Looks like we got more than one casual up here. Looks like we got more than one up here.
Nah, but the thing is, casual just does that. That just makes that his name. He's far from a casual. And I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way.
I'll never change the name. I love it. I'll never change it. Casual is just a cool name. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Shout out my man Casual back on the panel. What's good, fellas? Happy Friday to everybody out there. Y'all all know what we about to talk about.
No, Ron, what are we about to talk about? What's going on? Did I miss something, Ron? What's going on?
So there's a certain guy who grew up in Portland. He was raised in Portland. He made his name in Portland. Rookie of the years, all NBA teams, all stars.
Raised in Portland.
Multiple scored 30-point teams. Like Ox in the NBA, he was raised in Portland. Relax. But he was born and raised in Oakland, though. He left Portland a couple years ago and went to Milwaukee.
Yep.
Wasn't so successful of a tenure over there with Giannis. In the playoffs last year, he tore his Achilles, and then he was released or bought out. We've all been trying to figure out where Damian Lillard is going to go. And it turns out there's no place like home, Chill. There's no place like home. Yeah. Damian Lillard is going back to play for the Portland Trailblazers. He signed a 3-year contract yesterday.
That includes this season?
This season coming up, yes. 25, 26.
3 or 42 with the player option.
No trade clause, too.
He's making 70. He's making $70 million this year and making $1 million over the first 2 years, and then re-ups after that.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
For real.
No trade clause? Why? Why?
Because we already been down that block. That's why. We already seen that movie before. That's
nothing like a happy marriage. You want me, I want you. We don't even got to worry about it.
He didn't want to get traded. He didn't want to get traded to Milwaukee again. I mean, he only wanted to get traded to Miami. So if I'm coming back, if I'm going to get traded, it better be on my accord.
Think about it, Ox. He could have went if he would have went back and say he misses next year, but he balls out that year too. You know what I mean? By the trade deadline, they could have traded him for $12 million for assets. You know what I mean? So,
Ron, you ever seen that? You ever seen that couple, Ron, that broke up, and you knew that they shouldn't have really broke up, but a whole bunch of other stuff outside broke them up.
Yeah.
And at some point, they're gonna get back together. That's kind of what this was. Dame got ran out of Portland, and he got ran out of Portland by the rabbit ears of the organization and him. Same thing that's what's going on in Milwaukee. Yo, Giannis needs to get out of here, particularly from dudes like the dude that I'm talking to my right over here, like Swiper. Swiper said to me yesterday, Milwaukee sucks. No, Utah sucks, right? Washington sucks, right? Teams like that suck. Milwaukee doesn't suck, but listening to the outsiders, Dame needs to get out of Portland. Dame needs to leave Portland. Dame never wanted to leave there. And I don't think that they ever wanted to move off of him, but listening to the masses, consistently listening to them, it's like listening to something over and over again. You start believing it. And after 200 times, should we leave? Should we trade Dame? Should we get off of Dame? When in reality, Dame's best place could have very well been in Portland. Now, don't get me wrong, Ron. With him being away for the 2 years, they were able to snag some talent and develop some talent. But how much better would Scoot be today if he was playing behind Dame for 2 years? How much better would a league guard would he have been today? Because remember, Drew Holiday is a rental. Don't worry about Drew next year. Drew ain't gonna be on the crew next year. He's just a rental for right now. I don't think he's gonna be there after this season. I think that they're gonna move off of him, and they're gonna usher Dame back in. And we're ushering Dame back in. I think that after a while, Scoot's gonna be their league guard of the future, and Dame's gonna just quietly walk into the sunset after that. Quietly walk into the sunset after that. But ultimately, Ron, I don't think he ever wanted to leave there. I don't think they ever wanted to come off of him, but I think the public perception and the public pressure is what caused them to move off of him, and this is what it ended up being. I'm so happy that he's back because, I mean, they need him there, and I think Scoot needs him.
Didn't he?
Dame asked for a trade, though. Dame asked for a trade.
Dame request a trade?
Well, the reason why is because of public perception. Consistently, Dame, you need to get out of there. Dame, you need to get out of there. You hear that 200 times. Do I need to get out of here?
Well, they weren't winning.
Well, maybe I do need. Even though Dame just came off of his best season, possibly of his career that year, of his career. I think Dame was 30 that year. 32 at the time, something like that. 30, 31.
That was 22, 23. Yeah, he was 32.
Yeah, 32 at the time, coming off his best season. I mean, and from what he was doing that year, immediately the idea is, yo, you need to get out of there. You need to go play for a championship. Well, wait a minute, man. What I was doing here, he was happy there. They weren't rolling, but
they were chill. They were the 10 seed. I mean, they were the no, they were the 13 seed. They won.
They did shut him down though. Yeah,
they won 33 games that year. They shut him down.
They did shut him down.
But they were good. They were good before that though.
Swipe. No, they were first place in the Western Conference in the first like 10, 15 games of the year because they were running like a really gimmicky like style of defense. Their defense was really good, and then they plummeted because the rest of the West caught up. And then they, even when he was healthy, they stopped winning. And remember, the reason you asked for a trade was because they hadn't done enough at the time to build a contender around him. And the best team he had was the 2018 team. And then the 20, what year was that, y'all? 2021? Yeah, 2019 team, the 2018-19 team, then I think the 2021 team. Those were the two best teams he had.
He had a good stretch of a solid squad. It's not like Dame just said.
Well,
Dame just came up here. This isn't the situation in
like 2014, Brody.
Yeah, but the situation in Portland, it was not like Dame's tenure in Portland. For the majority of that time, he had a competent team around him. Dame wasn't playing with scrubs.
They didn't suck.
Now, of course, Brian, you're doing that right. It's not.
I got CJ McCollum.
Okay, so but Ron, you saying
wait,
that?
Hold on, stop, hold on, because I'm not gonna let Ron just throw us off with that bullshit. Like, you can't have 30 teams of superstars. You can't have 30 teams of the 16 or the 17, 18, 19 Warriors.
So who they kept running into, Ox, by the way. That's who they kept running into in the playoffs.
Let's not act like the Portland Trail before Nurkic broke his leg, all that stuff. The Portland Trailblazers, I don't even want to argue all that. Like, I don't even care if y'all don't agree, that's fine. Dame's tenure in Portland, he was not surrounded with scrubs and bums. He had more than a competent team for at least 5 seasons. So we can't just play we can't
lose in the semifinals.
We can't, and a lot of that was on Dame.
Yeah, some of that was on Dame too.
We can't just pretend like that was the situation in Portland. We're not getting that off. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. Now, my thing is, I love. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that they came back amicably and they're like, Dame, we'll take you back. And Dame, like, I want to be back. Like, I'm sure Dame's comfortable here. Portland still loves Dame. I can say that for the last 2 years I've been here. I don't ever hear anybody speaking ill on Dame. Like, I'm sure Portland's, and I was just with my boy yesterday. He works with the Trailblazers. Everybody's happy. So that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But my only thing is, as much as I love, I don't know how much of a forgive and forget guy I am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it depends on how we break up, Ox. It depends on how we break up.
We're taking a big, not we, but the Trailblazers. I think it's a big risk. You know what I'm saying? You know, like dude, he said he requested a trade. He wanted to leave. Then he goes over there and comes back damaged goods. And I'm supposed to, and I got to give you a no trade clause now. Like, I'm just, it's just kind of, it just doesn't really.
Still damaged goods too.
Yeah.
Hey, I left your sorry ass. I came back. You still in the same raggedy ass house?
No, they not.
You got a new TV from China. All right.
No, they not. They got Denny. They got Klingon. They.
All right, you got a new microwave.
Now you
got a new microwave.
You was just bigging up Gang. Yes, you was just bigging up Gang yesterday.
I said they got a new TV from China. That's Gang. They got a 60-inch.
The house is clean. The house is cleaner than it was before, and it's not like this was a whack ass house.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, this is my whole big thing with the Blazers. A little bit Dame too, but with the Blazers. Remember, the whole reason why, for the most part, why they split, and Swipey was right, it's because they weren't competitive. But remember, the main thing Dame said is, I don't want that number 2 pick. I would rather you guys take that pick, trade it, flip it, and go make the roster more competitive.
Should have got Brandon
Ingram. But no, the Blazers wanted to spend that pick on Scoot Henderson, who ironically plays my same position. Mm-hmm. So now, what is that to me? Are you trying to replace me? What are you trying to do?
Yep.
So, in the back of Dame's mind, he got to have some questions. My thing is now Dame comes back. What is that number 2 pick? Years later,
he's still good. He's not what everybody thought he was going to be, but he's still good. But okay, so let's
he's their 4th string point guard today.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up.
Sure. How many times have you got what you got back with an X and it worked out better?
It hasn't.
Ron, swiper.
By the way, to Ron's point, they were 27 and 31 with Dame in the lineup in 23. So even with as well as he was playing, they were below 500
But
team.
I also think that Ron is. I think Ron being a little bit disingenuous because you're only saying this from one side. Ron, okay, so how's Brandon Ingram worked out since that whole thing is going over? How's that going with Brandon Ingram?
He been hurt.
Right, and what happens? Because that was the idea. The idea was moving off of that number two. That was moving off of that number 2 pick and getting Brandon Ingram. Well, how's that worked out with Brandon Ingram since he's been in New Orleans? He's had that toe injury. Now he's going up to Toronto. Hopefully he's healthy. These last 3 years, it could have been the same thing. It could have very well been the same thing. So we don't know what would have happened. But I do know one thing. I think the scoop would have been a lot better had Dame stayed in Portland and he played behind him. I bet you he would have been a lot better.
But why would Dame want to be a mentor at age 33?
Why,
I think that's the point.
That's mentor age. That's when you start. That's a part of being a leader. Swiper.
No, I respect your opinion. I do, and so I'm not acknowledging
that's
it.
all. That's all I'm giving is my opinion.
Yeah, I think that the other side of this is Dame didn't want to be in that situation anymore. I think, despite how you all may feel, Dame for the 3 years had been asking for more help, a better roster, and a better situation around him to be able to contend in the Western Conference, and they did not do that. And then the last straw was the second pick. And so when he asked for the trade, the original idea was he would go to Miami.
Yeah,
and so Dame demanded a trade and said, "You won't trade me anywhere but Miami." Eventually, the Bucks got involved because they were about to lose Giannis. Because remember, Giannis threatened him in 20 when they got Drew, and then he threatened him again in 23, basically, and then they got Dame. And so Dame ends up getting rerouted to Milwaukee, and then that whole fiasco lasted for 2 years and didn't really amount to anything. So I think Dame was trying to find a situation to win, but I think that's Achilles tear just kind of it reshaped what was important for Dame, because at this point he just needs to be somewhere he can play basketball, he's comfortable, and he's home, and Portland's home. And I think that's why he just decided to go back, especially for the money that he went back for. He doesn't need any more money. He's obviously going to be $141 million richer by the end of these 2 years anyway. But I just think
he don't need any more money. But yesterday.
No, I'm saying his mind. He's saying, but Bradley, just for context, Bradley Beal's making 24 over the next 2 years. If he takes a player option, if he doesn't take the player option, now he's gonna get 15, 18 mil. So he gonna be making his bread too, and he's not making Dame money again. Dame's making $70 million this year.
Wait. No,
what about that?
No, I'm saying this year. 1 year. I'm saying 1 year.
Bought out. No, he's getting bought out, and his contract's getting extended. So
no, 1 year. I'm talking about 1 year. I'm saying he's making 70 this year and 141 next year. I'm saying Bradley's not getting that much over 2 years. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's not.
He's not getting 141 mil.
Oh, okay.
He's still getting 97.
No, he's getting 100 over 5 years. I'm saying Dame's getting 141 and 2. So he's gonna get even more money after that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a lot of bread, bro. Like, for 2 years, he's getting. Now he ain't getting Devin Booker. But remember, Dame signed he signed a 2 year, $120 million deal right before he left.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what he's getting.
I think it was even a little more than that. But still, I mean, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. A lot of it has to do with how is he gonna bounce back from the Achilles, obviously, But I just think it's cool. I'm with y'all on the fact that at least he's going back somewhere where he's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Going back somewhere he has, like we talked about before, he has car dealerships, all types of stuff out here in Portland. Like they love Dame in Portland, rightfully so too. Rightfully so. Dame put in work for this franchise, and so I didn't mean it like to say it like that. I don't know. Just to double back, this feels a little not forced. It's just kind of uneasy. I'm not sure, but
I don't think it's uneasy. I actually like this decision for both teams. This is them making amends. This is them getting closure. Because I don't know about you guys, a 3-year deal with the no trade clause kind of feels like Dame's last team. 36 coming off the Achilles next year with this contract, with the no trade clause. It feels like his last team. Like he wanted to come to Portland to possibly retire here where his kids reside. I don't mind this as far as like just making amends, because Dame is pretty much Portland, especially in the last 30 years. Dame is Portland. And the way it ended, it got ugly. I mean, like Swiper said, Dame really only wanted to go to Miami. And if he didn't get traded to Miami, he wanted to stay back in Portland. He only wanted to go to Miami. The only reason why they traded him to Milwaukee is because Milwaukee came in. Dame did not really want to go to Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. But when you have this closure with the franchise legend, then there's definitely no doubt that he gets his jersey retired. There's no doubt that he has a statue in front. There's no doubt at all whatsoever. And there's no doubt when he goes into the hall, he's a Blazer. And it just gives you like this last like 2 or 3 years for the city just to have this franchise legend around, and you just end on good terms. I don't mind just ending on good terms.
The new and improved me is all with casual. Happy for this. But the old toxic me, I'm telling you, it's creeping in.
Let me be the old toxic you.
Well, I'm saying,
you know what else is no doubt about?
Crazy shit. Well, I'm telling you,
what else is no doubt about?
I do not like.
Hey, it might be no doubt about him getting his jersey retired and him getting his statue. But you know what else is no doubt about? Y'all ain't getting the Larry O'Brien in the next 3 years.
Ron, I mean, wait a minute. First and foremost.
Oh, man. So I didn't say we play this game to win,
yes,
right?
we do. But yes, we do play to win, Ron. Yes, we do play to win. But you are being disingenuous on how this whole thing got started. Okay, number one.
This is why Love Island is so popular in America. Because you guys love fake love stories.
No, we don't, Ron.
What about the real couples out there winning? What about and what about the high school sweethearts? Can we get a high school sweetheart Love Island?
This some booty call
real Love Island.
What is happening right here?
No, this is not.
Chill, it is. Chill. I'm saying because Dame thought he was Bron and could just go where he wanted to go. He thought he could take his talents to South Beach. It didn't work out like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta watch the line you pushing. You sometimes you back yourself in the corner and you say, no, I'm doing this, when in all actuality, you probably should have played this move. Don't put it out there. That's why lasagna, move in silence. Like, don't stop putting shit out there thinking that you're LeBron James, you can just push your line. And then
they weren't working with him, Mox. Like he told them directly behind the scenes.
Okay, so if there's all that,
the owner said,
how can you? Okay, but how can you trust that thing? If they weren't working with you then, and then you wanted to go here and they sent you somewhere you didn't go, and then you're just gonna come back to them?
No,
if they didn't treat you right that time, what makes you think it's going to change?
Well, I don't think it's about being treated right now. I think it's just about the situation and the Achilles is what affected things. I remember
that's understandable.
The ownership said, we're not trading you. Like they said to him, remember, they agreed behind the scenes with Dame, we will move you. And then Dame came out, and then the reason he went public is because they basically said, we're not trading you. So they reneged on the deal that they had originally had with Dame. So that's why it got so contested and it got so toxic. The other part of it was like saying that he wanted to go to Miami, and then that narrowed the package they could get back. And then remember, the big thing is when they said, we're not taking Tyler Hero back. We do not want Tyler Hero, and we will not be having Tyler Hero. So then that's why the trade for Drew Holiday came.
So it's just like, bro, Swipe. I understand all that. Swipe, but this is my thing. Everything you explained is things that happen and things that I understand. But it's still like you pushed your line. You did that, and you have every right to do that. I'm with you, but you can't. Just because you thought that you had the ability to say I'm going there, and they were going to do that. It's just not how it works. Now you're in Milwaukee playing with the best player in the world, mind you. It didn't work out there, and now you get hurt, and now it's like, okay, I'm coming back.
No.
I mean, like you said earlier, you have your opinion, and you're welcome to it. I just think it's,
it didn't work out at all.
I just think that Dame kind of ran into some roadblocks, like losing LaMarcus Aldridge in free agency really hurt. That's number one, and I don't think that had anything to do with the organization, because they were building something. When you got LaMarcus Aldridge, when you got CJ McCollum, because Ron poo-poos is CJ McCollum. Ron, he averaged 20 a game for 6 years.
Yeah, but come on.
We don't have another backcourt dude in the league that was doing that.
You know what's funny?
We don't have that.
Anthony Simons averaged 20 for 2 years too.
Yeah, for 2 years.
So they should have just kept him.
But let's not gas CJ McCollum, bro. Let's not gas CJ. He
was
better than
CJ McCollum.
Like CJ didn't
gas CJ McCollum.
There's no gassing.
100%. Let's gas
CJ nice, but CJ can't. You're not winning a championship with CJ McCollum as your second option.
Maybe you're not winning the championship with Dame as your first option.
The reason why we're not winning the NBA championship.
That's your job,
we're not winning the NBA championship. This is so disingenuous, guys. They lose in the playoffs in 14 to the NBA champion San Antonio Spurs. You're not beating them. Then they lose in 16 to that Warriors team, which was a bomb squad. You're not beating them. Then they lose in 17, whatever moves you make, to that bomb squad Warriors team. You're not beating them. They get smoked in 18 by that New Orleans team, which was also awesome. That you dudes was telling me that if with Boogie Cousins, and not just Boogie Cousins, but Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday and Rondo, if
Boogie
them dudes
Boogie was
in 18,
Boogie was hurt. He was hurt.
Boogie got hurt. But what I'm saying
about
is that
17.
Dame was awful in that series too. Awful.
He got destroyed in that series. Then in 19, they ran into the Warriors again. They weren't better than them. No roster construction.
Dame also didn't play well.
Yeah, I'm going to say like Dame plays better in some of these series, then it might be a little bit different.
And I'm saying in the last 2 series, I agree with you, Chill. Yeah.
The reason why we
if Dame puts a triple Superman cape on and carries them past the Warriors, they could be better.
Some of those series, Dame shooting split. Like
Dame also wasn't good versus Denver.
San Antonio series.
If I walk into a bar with a bunch of teenagers and walk up to the biker gang, slap the biggest guy in the crew, we supposed to win the fight?
I mean, that second round against San Antonio, Dame shooting splits were awful. A lot of these second rounds, Dame shooting splits are awful. He's getting smoked. It's not even close between him and Steph Curry. That 2019 run, I think in the second round and Western Conference Finals, CJ McCollum was technically the leading scorer. So it's like, oh my!
Multiple times CJ outplayed Dame in playoff.
Oh, by the way, someone said in the chat. Thank you. I forgot about that series in 2019 against the Warriors. They had so many leads in the fourth quarter.
All four of those games, they were up. All 4 of those games, they were up in the fourth quarter. All 4
remember
double-digit leads, by the way, Casual.
I'm like, this is like you're like, I love Dame. I think Dame was, top 10. I love Dame. Okay, but like some of these series, it's like Dame.
The reason why I bring this up, Casual, and I want you to stay there, Ox. But the reason why I bring this up, Casual, is because we talk about roster construction. The problem is that sometimes my guy just isn't good enough. Why can't we just accept that? Yeah. Dame just wasn't good enough. Does that mean that they weren't trying in Portland? They were trying in Portland, but they built it around a guy who we're not winning with you as our guy. That happens. Same thing happened when they had Drex. Drex ran into Jordan. I couldn't beat him. He ran into the bad boy Pistons. We couldn't beat them. Yeah. That doesn't mean that Dame still isn't good. He just wasn't good enough to get him to the space that you guys wanted him to get to. He was never better than Curry at any point.
He was just never Curry.
In that backcourt that they had with both him and CJ McCollum, Ron, sit there and tell me that we weren't having a conversation as them two being one of the best backcourts in the league. That was
one
going
of the
on.
Best. I mean, they were good offensively.
No, they weren't good. They were one of the best backcourts.
No, they were. They were a good backcourt. They were never an elite backcourt. They were a good backcourt.
So answer this question, Swipe. But run down the backcourts in the league.
No, I'm not running down backcourt. I'm just telling you the level of play for CJ McCollum. He wasn't that kind of player.
And Bradley Beal, were they better than them?
No.
I mean, that was a conversation.
No.
It wasn't a conversation, but I don't know.
That was serious.
No. Bradley Beal was better.
Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan.
When he was healthy, Bradley Beal was much better than CJ McCollum.
Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan.
They were in the Eastern Conference, my dog. Like I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling you about CJ though. Like I don't even know what the conversation is.
I mean, at the time, the conversation was like they were
high level guard in the league. He was not considered a high level guard.
They were top 5, potentially even top 3. Potentially,
it was Steph and Clay, and then everyone else.
Yeah, but we're just doing points per game. I'm cool with that.
It's not just doing.
I think the issue is that yes, they were both good players. But what I'm saying is, in this situation for Dame, it wasn't just about CJ. Remember, they were running what was his name? Alfariq Aminu. What was his name, bro?
Alfariq Aminu.
Yeah, and then Mo Harkless, Rodney Hood. They had Seth Curry was on that team.
Good team, yo.
That was a squad, bro. That was a squad.
They was cool. They was cool in 2019.
Before Nurkic broke his leg. They were balling.
Yeah, they were. And then I think that was 19.
Tell me I'm lying, Ron. Tell me I'm lying.
See, the problem with Ron is Ron gets wrapped up in the fact that they couldn't get past the Warriors. He completely leaves that part out. They couldn't get past the Spurs.
Swiping. Not to mention
Dame was 28.
Terry Stott was pulling straight.
He was a good coach.
Sale jobs. No, he was selling the team. They were having the one playoff run. He did the old JJ Redick thing and just was running them into the dirt. Like he was making.
So was it Terry? Was it Dame? Or was it injuries? Which one was it?
It was a combination.
That sounds like a sob story.
It was a combination of.
You know what it sounds like? See, now this is the finale of the next season of Love Island. When they show. So what did these guys do when they left? They separated on the island. And it's the reunion show. Oh, they ended up getting back together. But the reason why they didn't get together, we know it was injuries. And then Damian Lillard did this. And then management did this, the coaching. But behind the scenes, they got back together. And we're so happy for them. You guys are not happy for Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers.
I wanted him to go to. Well, this is the thing, Ron, because on Chill with Chill yesterday, which I don't know if y'all was watching, y'all should have been. we had got the news that it was going to be Boston.
Yes.
So we were acting off for Boston. We were talking about that, and then 30 minutes later, find out he was going there. Boston was a much better,
much better. And that's what I'm saying. Damian Lillard, you did all this to force your way out. You want to go to Miami, then you end up in Milwaukee. Ultimately, you want to win a championship.
But Ryan, if your little man still lives in Portland, that's where I'm with Dame at though. His sons are that age too, so I feel him on that for sure. You know, at that age, you want to be around your sons, and I 100%. I can't say anything against that. You know what I mean? Because why are you calling me?
It's FaceTime. Pick it up.
Clip farming, bro.
Hey, you in Portland right now, right?
Clip
I'm in Boston.
Oh wow!
Unbelievable,
hey,
bro. You know that's not even
role play right quick. You my oldest son. How you doing? It's been a long time no see.
But on a real level though, because I mean, you know, my oldest son isn't with me full time. He's right there in Sacramento, but I still hate it. You know what I'm saying? He's right down the street. You know, the FaceTime isn't enough for me.
And I can't remember seeing Ox happier when I met his son for the first time.
Can I say something on top of Ox's point?
Real quick, casual. Yeah. When I met Ox's oldest son, we was up in San Francisco for All-Star Weekend. I don't ever remember seeing Ox happier than when I saw him that day when he introduced me to his little man. Right. So if he could be around him more, Ox would 100% do that.
Right. And so I feel Dame on that. 100%. I can't say nothing against that. Like you want to be closer to your kids, bro. Go play anywhere your kids are. I gotta back that up because I'm with him on that.
Hey, what Future say? Hey, my kids gotta understand I'm a superstar, man. You know what I mean? I gotta do my thing, man. Hey, man, I gotta. Hey, Future literally said it. He said, bro, my kid, I ate all 8 of them. They gotta know. They dad's a superstar, man. I'll be on the road.
Papa's a Rolling Stone.
One thing on this Dame thing, going off Ox's point, he just learned in 2 years in Milwaukee, albeit some injuries, that there's no guarantee that ring chasing works out. So he could go to Boston, Golden State, Lakers, Clippers, whatever, and experience the same thing. He didn't make a conference finals in Milwaukee. So my whole thing is, yeah, he can go ring chase. There's a lot of value into winning championships, and I think there is. The whole point of the sport is to win a championship, but it's not the only way you can build a legacy. And I think ultimately Dame, not only did he want to go rehab closer to his kids, but I think he just enjoyed being Mr. Blazer, and I think he wanted to build his legacy that way. I mean, he's going to go in the Hall of Fame as a Blazer. He was top 75 entirely as a Blazer, and I love that. Not everyone's got to play for Boston, New York, Los Angeles. I love sports. I love when some people just take pride in building a legacy in a smaller market. I love it. I think it's great for sports. And for Dame to go back to Portland just shows that that's just a major win for the small market. I don't know if anyone up here agrees, but small markets getting love from a legend.
Not everybody casual wants to play for the Knicks. Not everybody wants to play for the Lakers. Not everybody wants to play in Boston. There's plenty of people who would be happier playing in Charlotte or playing with the Cavs or teams like that. And to be honest with you, casual, I actually like the idea of Dame deciding, you know what? This whole plan for this team, and this team, maybe championships aren't in my future. But you know what is in my future? Bread. And my kids. So if that's in my future, why don't I just get it at home?
His jersey retired 100%, no doubt, no turmoil, no beef. Jersey just immediately going to the Raptors as soon as he retires now because the relationship.
Chat. I need you guys to get on Mars's case for load managing. He's finally here now. He's finally arrived to the stadium late, but you guys need to ask him why he decided to load manage on this beautiful Friday.
Yo, L getting in somebody's business for being
that's
L.
That's between Mars and the chat. He's the king of the chat, right? That's between you guys. But
you didn't even introduce Real Talk, mind you.
By the way,
you came on first.
Real Talk was late as well.
And Real Talk's only here twice a week.
Real Talk, what's up, brother? How you running?
I'm good, man. How you doing? Joe? What's up, Swipe? What's up, Ron, Mars, Casual, Ox? How everybody doing? Chat. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody having a great morning.
Hey, Mars.
It's been all right so far. Mars, Real Talk.
I said Swipe. What, you wait on me to say your name? I said Swipe.
Mm-hmm. So Mars, you guys walked in. We talking about Dame Lillard and
you said what?
going back to the Trailblazers. That's the topic of the conversation right now, and I think it's a good thing. I
agree.
It's a good thing. Mm-hmm.
I agree. I like Dame finishing his career out there in Portland. You know what I'm saying? You tried the little ring chase for a little bit over there in Milwaukee. Didn't work out. It's fine.
Y'all talking about?
To be honest, I don't like this though. I don't like this. The fact that now there's like a narrative about Dame that's going around that, oh, see, I told y'all he was never that good, or you couldn't get it done with Dame because he went over there. He went over there to Milwaukee, and they didn't win a championship.
Is that the narrative today? I haven't heard.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some people saying that. Number one, I just want to say I don't even think that was. I mean, that's not prime Damian Lillard in Milwaukee, in my opinion. Right. So I think that if you get like 2019, 2020 Dame with Giannis, I do think they win the championship.
Can we say that he's still
Dame's best year was the year prior to him and Giannis being there, and then when Giannis, and to be fair to Dame, when Giannis did not play, Dame was back to 22, 23 Dame when he was like the third or fourth best offensive player in the sport. I think they were just the combination of them for multiple reasons just didn't work out as well as you would.
But that shifts quickly because I mean Dame was how old at that time?
32.
Dame got hurt.
But he didn't get. But he wasn't worse though. I'm saying like the numbers without Giannis, he was on par with 22 and 23 even this year.
We still didn't get a chance to see Dame. We still didn't get a chance to see Dame and Giannis in the playoffs though, because neither of those guys were healthy when the playoffs started. So we didn't get to see what that looked like. We did get to see what it looked like throughout the course of the regular season. And to Real Talk's point, I mean, I still think Dame was in his prime. He just was on the other side of it. Like he still was. But before that, and I don't know if I said this to you before, Real Talk, but before that calf injury, I thought Dame was going to make the All-Pro team this year. I thought he was that good. I thought he was playing at that level. And I would have loved to have seen, had he stayed healthy, what this would have looked like this season going into the playoffs. Because considering how he was playing, how Giannis was so good against the Indiana Pacers always throughout the course of the season, I would have liked to have seen what they would have looked like against him.
He was a two-time All-Star and All-Star Game MVP in Milwaukee. To me, if you're a star level player like Dame, you're still in your prime if you're an All-Star. To me, if you're averaging 24, 25, you're still in your prime. You might not be at your peak, but you're still at your prime.
Yeah,
Dame was still.
I'm having a hard time continuing to say that because especially just going off of statistic profiles, because we see a lot of these older players now, they are really good. They're still really good. However, I don't want to consider this like LeBron's prime right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, he's still a really, really, really good player, obviously. But would I consider 2024, 2025 a prime LeBron year? No, I wouldn't. Me personally, I would not.
Would he be on the other side of his prime though? Like, I mean, because there's a difference between falling off and still being one of the best players in the game. Like
absolutely.
Jabbar was over in 87.
But how was Dame on the other side of it? I'm asking genuinely. If he was his nothing, it's like nothing. He was still mad efficient. He was an elite pull-up shooter still. He was getting to the rim. I think, because I'm telling you, like I had the same, because we were having a conversation earlier this year, Real Talk, where we were trying to talk about Dame and All-Star voting. We were putting All-Star teams together, and then I think one of them corrected me. It might have been Mars, because I said that he was having like not so great of a year or whatever. But then I went to the numbers with Giannis. But then, like I said, I went to the games without Giannis this year, and he was like, I mean, real talk. I think it was like 32, 6-6 on 50, 40, 90 or something like that. Like he was going wild. Do you think it was maybe more situational, like the Bucks, the infrastructure that just didn't allow for Dame and Giannis to kind of be the same thing that penalized Giannis maybe like in the season? Could it also been that was really taking some of Dame's shine away as a basketball player last year?
To me, when I say like when I remember of peak Damian Lillard or prime Damian Lillard, I do think by the time he gets to Milwaukee, I think he's lost half a step. I don't think he's as quick off the dribble. Yeah, I do. If you watch what was that year right before Milwaukee, 22, 23?
Yeah, he was like 32 a game.
That was Dame's best. That was one of Dame's best seasons.
But if you watch him these past couple of years in Milwaukee, he's not moving he doesn't look like the same athlete to me. That's
still
my
25-7. Still 25.
I'm not saying, but again, you keep responding with numbers like I'm saying he's not a really good player.
We just talking
about. I know
physically.
He's still a really good player.
Just physically.
I don't. That's to me. That's still not. That's not the best of Dame. If you want to qualify that as peak, fine.
I don't think it's peak Dame. No,
I don't.
Yeah, I just view prime differently than some people. A lot of people use prime as like your like best like couple of years. I kind of put that as peak. To me, I define prime for at least stars. We can define prime for like role players later, but for at least stars, like Dame's a star. To me, your prime is anytime you're an all-star. And LeBron, if he's 40 and he's still an all-star, giving you 24. 6 in MVP, second team All NBA. I still think he's in his prime. Is he at the low end of his prime? Of course. He's nowhere close to his peak. He's like towards the end of the mountain, but I don't like he's not near his peak. He's not near the apex, but he's still, to me, in his prime. If Dame's giving you 25 and 7,
do you think that Steph Curry is still in his prime right now?
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
He's still in his prime. He's not near his peak. He's not near his apex. He's not at his best ability. But if you're still an all-star, if you're still second team All-NBA, if you're still getting MVP votes, you're still somewhat in your prime. You're not all the way in your prime, but you're still somewhat in your prime. You're still one of the 10 best basketball players in the world.
Real talk. Can you tell me? Real talk. Can you tell me what your prime years are as a basketball player? Like when you show up, I'm 21 years old, right? I'm 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What are my prime years as a basketball player?
Well, it can start very early, just depending on how good you are as soon as you come into the league. But
you think Shaq was in his prime when he first showed up?
No.
I don't either. I don't either.
No.
I don't.
So probably like if I want to put like an age on it, 24, 25 to 31, 32, 33.
Okay, so that's about 8. That's about 7-8 years. Now, in between that, what are my peak? To expand on that question, what are my peak years? To expand on that question,
peak probably somewhere between like 27 to 31.
So with that being said, so now let's say I'm 33, 34, but I'm still playing at the level that I was playing at when I was 26, 25. Am I still in my prime years?
Still in your prime.
I would just say I would have to watch the year, Chill. That's like what I'm saying.
Curry, for example, he's 37 years
old. To me, right now, Steph is not in his prime right now.
So he's
still a really, really, really good player.
Yeah.
But I do think that's why bringing up Shaq is a great example, right, Chill?
Yeah.
Shaq, when he first got into the league, from a statistical profile, you could qualify that as prime if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was still putting up prime all-star numbers.
However,
that was not his prime.
No.
And I think you can do that early on in your career. And I think as these older players start to elongate their career over and over and over again, right? Because these players are just sticking around, and due to a number of factors, players can play to a high level longer into their career now, right? Sure. So I do think you can be really good early on in your career. That's still not your prime. And I do think you can still be a really good player later on in your career, but that's still not your prime. You can still be a really good player, though.
Because physically at 37, 38 years old, I can't do what I used to be able to do. Even when I was like 33, I was 32. Right. And just like Shaq at 21 years old, physically, he was much more advanced at 24 or 25 than he was when he was 21. I can get with that. That's fair.
I think your prime can start. To me, your prime doesn't have like an age definition.
I think relative to the person.
I think more peak, because real talk, try to like give like an age. I think peak has more of like an age definition, because people's peaks tend to be 26 to 32 in that area. That's when they start getting all their awards, getting their highest scoring seasons. To me, your prime depends on whoever. It can start whenever. Your prime can literally start as soon as you get in the gym, and your prime could be as soon as you can go all the way till you retire. That could like be your entire prime. It just depends on the person.
No, I don't think so.
An all-star level player, if you're still getting MVP votes, if you're still one of the best players in the world, if you can still take a team to one of the top seeds in the playoffs and make a conference finals, I still think you're in your prime.
Tim Duncan was not in his prime in year 2 when they won the NBA championship. That was not prime.
To me, Tim Duncan was in his prime.
He was.
People can't accept that prime can start instantly. I think prime can start whenever it wants to. And
I think you're just defining it badly.
You're
comparing prime to not yourself. Prime should only be relative to yourself, not to what the league is doing.
I mean, if you win a championship and you're given like 25 a game, I don't know.
No, but that's fine. But you saying
that's not like
MVP
prime,
votes,
like,
blah blah blah. That's comparing it to the rest of the league. If a theoretical player comes in and they're the best player in the league, and the second best player in the league is Cade Cunningham, so you got peak LeBron is the best player in the league. The second best player in the league is current Cade Cunningham. If that player, the peak LeBron, then falls off a cliff and is now at the same level as Cade Cunningham, just because he's still a top 2 player in the league, that does not mean he's still in his prime.
Well, I mean, the competition is a little better than Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I'm speaking in theory. I'm speaking in theory. The point I'm making is prime should only be relative to yourself, not relative to what you're going up against. Steph Curry's prime is a different standard to Trevor Ariza's prime because Steph Curry's a better player.
Yeah,
so
I hold stars prime.
But my point is, it shouldn't be I hold stars players different to role players prime. I hold every player's prime different to every other player's prime because every player is an individual. Steph Curry's prime is a different standard to James Harden's prime because Steph Curry was a different player to James Harden. So if Steph Curry falls off, he's no longer in his prime, even if he's better than a different star who is in their prime. Darius Garland is in his prime. He's a star. Steph Curry is not in his prime. He's better than Darius Garland.
Steph's not a star?
That's not why I said.
Well, you said Darius Garland's in his prime. He's a star.
Yeah, Steph Curry is also a star, but he's not in his prime, even though he's better than Garland. Prime should not be compared to the rest of the league. It should only be compared to yourself.
To me, my definition is for star players, whenever you're still a star, you're in your prime. Steph's still a star.
Yeah, I think that's a bad definition.
Steph's still a star. He's in his prime. Is he close to his peak? No, he's not. He's not close to his apex. But to me, a star player is in his prime as long as
you think Steph Curry's still in his prime at 37 years old, going on 38 years old? You think this is still prime Steph Curry? Like they don't.
The very end. It's like pretty much towards these.
Because I think that we're in a space with Steph Curry where we're coming up to the end, and that's why they are adding guys like Jimmy Butler. That's why they're banking on guys like Kuminga getting better because they're trying to get guys around Steph Curry to keep this thing going. Prime Steph Curry, they didn't use him like that. Prime Steph Curry, they were using him like he was the guy.
Chill.
They're not using him.
Prime Steph Curry couldn't win by himself either.
What do you do with James Harden? Because James Harden,
I ain't hating. I'm just saying. Chill talking about they got Jimmy Butler and all that stuff. Prime Steph Curry wasn't doing it by himself neither. So they just got people because that just benefits Steph.
Just like Prime Dame couldn't do it by himself.
And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that he was the guy, and he had a lot more responsibility. Today, they're lessening that responsibility because he's older and he's not what he used to be. So because he's not what he used to be, we got to get younger guys in here.
What do you mean lessening his responsibility? Chill, they pretty much give him the same responsibility. He got the same responsibility.
So he's still playing 35 minutes. He's still taking all the shots still.
Well, he never took all the shots in the first place.
They pretty much run the offense through him.
But
they are doing that. But
he gets more possessions off now. He gets more possessions.
That's the point that I'm making.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chill. What do you do with James Harden? Because James Harden was in his prime. He got to Brooklyn. He then hurt his hamstring, and he very obviously regressed. But then he made the All-Star team in Philly in 22. And then he didn't make the All-Star team in 23 or 24. Yeah. And then he just made the All-NBA team this year. Yeah. So has he been in his prime the whole time, or did a new prime just start?
I mean, he's pretty much he's right there. I'm about to I thought he should have made the All-Star team, but he's right there.
What do you mean right there? What do you mean right there? I'm sorry.
Right there is
at his prime.
It's getting close to the end. It's pretty much.
Well, to be fair though, James Harden, and I think Mars will acknowledge this as well. James Harden in 23, 22 and 11 on 61 shooting. He was
he led the league in assists.
In a Magic Johnson kind of season. Did make the All-Star. I think more because of narrative about James Harden as opposed to anything else. And then he should have made All-NBA that year. But again, like I said, I think more because of narrative didn't. And I'm not talking about level play. By
and
the way,
then last year he averaged
the last person to average 22 and 11 on 60 plus was Magic. Is what I'm saying. It was a one of one kind of like playmaking scoring.
So Trae Young had a Magic Johnson season this year. Then
it wasn't 60 shooting.
It wasn't just 60 true
I think
shooting.
Harden was
you
also
got to hit all three.
Isolation. He was very efficient. Pull up shooting. He was very efficient. I thought Harden was going crazy that year. But remember, he got snubbed in the All-Star game for whatever reason, and all NBA.
But do you think
because of the Brooklyn Nets thing that was on Harden, the getting traded out of Brooklyn and then going over to that team, and so people were kind of down on him. But then I think Harden's still in his late prime. Like I
don't think Casual's saying nothing wrong. I think Casual's right. Like, to be honest with you, as far as Harden being in his prime, like he decided he wanted to play like that. Like it's not like his game went out the window. Like he just decided he didn't want to do what he did in Houston.
Very obviously regressed. He's very obvious.
Yeah, regressed, but I think some people, their primes are a lot longer and a lot taller. I view it as like a mountain. It's a lot taller than some other players. Okay, so
has the regression with James Harden been more than this? And I think it's been more.
No, it's going down. It's going down.
He's not at his peak.
I agree with the mountain thing. I just think you're comparing the mountains to other mountains instead of just comparing it to his mountain. That's why I disagree with you. Like I think James Harden is quite far down his mountain.
I
even if it's higher than other people's.
I think that if James Harden went back to Houston instead of Philly or the Clippers, you would probably see 27 a game from James Harden. So you wouldn't be talking about like he's regressed that much. I just think he wants to play a different brand of basketball.
It's not about numbers to me. It's about just watching him, and you can see he's. I think. But if James Harden,
Steph's descending from the mountain. I mean, it's clear he's not 2016 Steph. He's not 21 Steph. He's descending from the mountain.
He's just not at his peak.
I think he's still on the mount. He could be towards the bottom. He could be somewhere. He's getting down. But to me, I think he's still on the mound. So.
Well, I think every player's still on the mountain.
Didn't make the All-Pro team in 2016. Did you know that?
Yeah, because they went 41 on 41. But yeah, the disagreement is that you're comparing it to the league. I'm not, so that's why we disagree. There's no point going in circles.
All right, fellas. Obviously, Damian Lillard has went back to the Portland Trailblazers. Real talk, Mars. I haven't really heard from you too much about it, and Jordan, I would like to hear you guys' opinions on this beautiful love story that now has happened on NBA Island.
You talking about on
you sound like you being sarcastic. That's what it sounds like.
Portland was the team I said he should go to. So
I heard y'all talking about it, and I just want to say this is a Cinderella story for Portland. Usually, when somebody lose their star, they don't never get them back. We dream. Yeah. I've been dreaming. You know how long I've been dreaming about James Harden coming back? They don't never come back. hey, this is a Cinderella story, boy. It's something that never really happened. Once you go, it seems like boy, they can't be in the relationship. So it's like I'm glad that Portland gonna be really competitive after Dame. When Dame comes back, they're gonna be really competitive. They got pretty much all the pieces that you need to be competitive. Like with Dame to make a run, they developed.
Y'all was gonna come up here and do this today.
You got Drew still there too. Drew probably resigns in Portland too.
He don't want to be there either.
No, I think he's gonna stay there now that Dame's there. But it's just they're gonna be good. Like
Dame's not playing this year, so
right. I know that's what I said when he comes back.
And Drew's going to be gone, by the way. Drew's not going to be.
I don't think he's going to be gone. I think Drew's going to stay. I think Drew
don't have a year to waste. He's what 30? How old is Drew?
Drew's making 35 million years, $1 million a year. Like he has 3
more years. You don't got a year a waste.
Yeah, what makes a year a waste?
That's what I said. What do you mean he wastes a year?
I'm sure.
LeBron, like he need a championship.
I'm sure at this point of Drew Holiday's career, he wants to be competing for championships.
Thank you, real talk. Thank you.
Pretty sure that's
maybe. But if I'm getting paid, what like Swiper said, 35 a year.
Yeah, he's making 32 this year, 34.18.
Yeah, you got to think logistically. What championship team is trading for Drew Holiday, and then it's still a championship team?
Hey, I mean, now if he was making, I'll tell you this right now. If he was making 25, the Lakers, right now, I would do whatever I have to do to get Drew Holiday. Drew would be amazing next to him.
I'd be willing to do it.
Drew next to
25 is still a lot of money.
I know, but I'm doing it. I'm sorry,
bro. The Lakers have the expired to give up for 25.
Drew doesn't have to get a championship. Drew damn near a Hall of Famer already.
It's not. It wouldn't be Rui.
You don't have to get no championship.
For Drew next to Luka and LeBron, man,
it wouldn't be Rui and Reed. That's a bad trade. I would not do that if I'm the Lakers.
I just feel like Drew and Portland, like Drew and Portland with Dame, mentoring the young guards, mentoring all these, the players, not just the guards, the players in Portland. Being up under Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups spoke highly about Drew too. by the way. While y'all talking about, he ain't playing. Chauncey sound like Drew playing. So, and like he said, Drew ain't over here for open gym. He said Drew out here to play, compete, and do what he's supposed to do. So I feel like this is a good deal for Portland. Huh?
What else he gonna say?
Say nothing.
No, I mean nothing. Yeah, you would just say nothing. He brought up Drew on his own. Like you would just say nothing if you didn't.
Now
think
they got Jordan. They got a mentor while Dame is out. They got a mentor for Scoot and for Shaden. Like that's a great. Drew's a great.
Drew's in a great situation. Drew, bro. Let's say he plays well. Portland gives him another extension to play 2 more years. Why wouldn't you want that situation? Like you want to, even if he is on the end of his career, you want to steal some money at the end of your career. Portland got the bread to give it to him, so why wouldn't he? I don't see why not.
Is Dame stealing money at the end of his career?
No,
I don't think Dame not stealing money.
He got him.
It's only 14 a
low
year
deal.
from Portland.
Yeah,
it's like
14.
Took a low deal.
Dame is chilling. That's not stealing anything.
That's a low deal for Dame. He got 3 years, $47 million.
Well, he's probably rehabbing. To be fair,
they all up there chilling. It's just
for 3 years, $47 million.
Everybody, get your money. Hey, it's dispensaries all over the place. It's strip clubs everywhere. Hey, get your money and enjoy it.
I like what Portland's doing personally.
Yeah,
other than if Jeremy Grant was on the team, I think they'd be in an amazing spot.
Could they have done that if they kept Dame on the roster?
$32 million just sitting on the bench right now that they could use to add to that roster.
That's what I'm saying. Like Jeremy Grant, the only thing holding back this team right now. Everything else is in a great spot. Danny Avdia's on an amazing contract. Robert Williams an expiring that you can flip at the deadline. You got young bigs and Klingon and
Kamar, Klingon.
You still got Scoot hoping for a breakout. He's
Shaden's
got 2 more years. Shaden, like they're in an amazing. Tamani on a crazy contract. They're in a great spot.
Did he get an extension?
Why don't we show this love to Charlotte?
That I know of. Because I don't think Charlotte's in as good of a spot. But like I said, after the draft, I said I like the direction that Charlotte's going in. I said that. So,
and they getting them
from a talent standpoint. What are they doing in Charlotte, Ron? Tell me right now. What exactly are they doing?
No, they don't.
Charlotte has more talent that they will be playing on the court this year than the Portland Trailblazers.
On paper,
Tamani's extension eligible.
They have more talent. Like they have better talent.
Yeah, I think Tamani is extension eligible.
No, next year, Mark. Next year.
But I don't know if he's got it.
I don't know. Ron, what do you mean they have more talent?
DSG Piccolo, cover your ears. I'm tired of you guys gassing this Portland team. They got a couple good young players. Cool.
Couple.
Donovan Klingon still in.
They got 5. They got 5 now.
Donovan Klingon is still wearing a pull-up. Okay, and it's still wearing his bib. He's still a baby.
Hey,
we don't know what he's gonna be.
We just said young players. You then saying Donovan Klingon's young.
You got some cheese.
Yeah, no shit.
Cheese in his beard.
You can't start with the thing that we said. Yes, they're in a good spot.
Real talk.
That's
what did
the
Chappelle
point I'm
say?
making. Like we haven't seen
Cambodian
nothing. We haven't seen them do nothing.
We're saying they're in a good position because they have
How do we know they're in a good position though? That's
because they have promising young talent.
What is promising about it? Shaden Sharp's been in the league for 3 years and still hasn't shown us a scratch of the potential that he was supposed to be.
In that mood
you guys want to hype up Denny Avdia. No, Denny had a breakout year last year.
He's in the mood where he just wants to argue.
I'm not.
He praised guys like Young Hansen. Now all of a sudden, they ain't showing. You just feel like debating, Ron. It's cool.
No, I praised him.
Ron, did you not say to us not too long ago, Ron? Did you not sit up here and say to us that Denny Avdia could be an all-star this season? I 100%.
Shaden did average 8.
Could be an all-star.
He could be an all-star.
Yes, could be, but he's not.
Okay, this season, Ron, that's number one. Number two, Scoot has gotten better. Right.
No, he hasn't.
Shaden's 22 years old.
No, he hasn't.
No, chill. I agree with Ron on the Scoot.
No, he hasn't.
I agree with Ron. I've been telling Chill about Scoot the last 2 years now, Chill.
If this was any other franchise, you guys would hate it. If this was the Knicks and they had Scoot Henderson, Denny Avdia, Shaden Sharp, and Donovan Klingon, you guys would be tight.
You just hyping this team yesterday.
He just felt like argue. Oh, he just wants to argue for no reason.
Mars, I know. I was here 30 minutes ago.
I'm gonna tell you where this is coming from, though. I'm gonna tell you where this is coming from.
When I'm gonna tell you where this is coming from. Ron, you and me was having this conversation when I brought this up 2 weeks ago when it was a stretch, when the Trailblazers was like 2.5 games out the play-in spot. You were talking about how good this team could be moving forward, and I told you that I think this team can make the playoffs moving forward, considering what they had with Klingon, right? With Scoot, Now with Drew Holiday, with Robert Williams being one of the better backup bigs in the game, with Shaedon Sharpe, who was injured a couple of seasons ago, that was his biggest problem, health. But now the guy is healthy. Jeremy Grant was probably the biggest problem that everybody was talking about. Other than that, this Portland Trailblazers team this season, you were hyping them up as being really good, Ron.
Raise your hand if you think Portland's making the playoffs this year. We can end this here.
They don't have to make.
That's one hand. That's 5 fingers. That is 5 fingers.
Raise your hand if Charlotte's winning more than 30 games.
What's that got to do with?
Fingers
what's
up
that
here
gonna win more than 30 games?
Yeah, you guys are just.
Hey, raise your hand if you think they're making the playoffs next year.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna give it next year.
Who?
The Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah,
Raise your hand if Charlotte's winning more than 30 games.
Chill.
Chill.
We already had the team. Chill thinks they're getting in because of injuries in the plan. I don't think he thinks they're a better team than anybody. I don't think he actually thinks they're a better basketball team than 8 of the teams in the Western Conference. I think he's saying situationally they can make the playoffs. I know. I'm saying I don't think you think they're a better team though. That's what I'm saying. I think situationally the injuries.
I think they play their way into the playoffs.
They're better than Charlotte though. I don't get how
Who brought up
Charlotte's
Charlotte?
roster construction.
I would much rather have LaMelo. Here's the point I'm making. I would much rather have LaMelo
better because they have LaMelo.
Brandon Miller.
Because you look at Portland.
Keep going.
You
look
at
Portland.
Brandon
Miller.
No, wait. Well, Casual, hold on. We have to look at the roster. Casual, hold on. Casual, hold on. Casual, hold on. Hold on, Casual. Casual, hold on. He has to look at the roster. Look at him.
LaMelo, Brandon Miller. Hey, I like Miles Bridges. Y'all might hate him because of a certain situation. I like Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges will be Portland's second best player.
Ron looks at Portland. The reason why Ron doesn't like Portland is because he looks at the roster and he doesn't really see like these foundational pieces or these star young players like LaMelo. So he thinks Charlotte's rebuild is going better.
Brandon Miller too. Brandon Miller.
I agree or disagree, but I can see. I know what Ron is coming from because he doesn't see a LaMelo or a Brandon Miller.
I don't see. I disagree wholeheartedly
on Portland. I'm not saying that. That's what I'm saying. That's where Ron.
Wait, hold on. We did this. I did this yesterday. So Chill, just even to Chill's point, because this is why Chill is as high as on this team as he is, and I think there's reasons why. Just with Dame Lillard, you take Dame out. Their roster right now, Ron. You tell me this: if Charlotte had a better roster, it's Damian Lillard. He's not playing this year. Drew Holiday, Shaedon Sharpe, Denny Advia, Donovan Clingan, Tamati Kamara, Scoot Henderson, Robert Williams, Yang Hassan, and Jeremy Grant. That's their 10.
Yeah, they're better built.
Sounds like 8 role players to me.
So
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Role players, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
Even if they were healthy, Portland they still wouldn't even be a playing team. Even if Dame was healthy right now.
No, that's wrong.
I think you're pushing it with that one, but
come on, bro.
Ron, they won like I think they won 34 games last year, 35, something like that.
Yeah, they almost made the plan last year.
Yeah, so you had Dame can't help them win 10, 20 more games.
They didn't almost make the plan last year, but
Dame can help them win 20 more games.
They were 7 games off of it though.
Bro, Dame could help them win 20 more games. I don't know why y'all acting like Dame can't do that.
They didn't need to win 20 more games to make the plan.
I agree, Ox, but I'm saying
they only need to make like 8.
I agree, but I'm saying Dame is a 20-win, Dame by himself with that team can win them 20 games. Swipe, I don't know why you. I'm
not with you at all on that.
Maybe 22.
I'm not with you on that, but I think
why
he'll
not?
help them.
Why can't Dame help that team win 20 games?
Yeah, they can win 20 games.
About how good Dame was when
he's not a good issue with. He's not a 20-game difference in the Western Conference is what I'm saying. It's just not. It's just not happening like in the West. I'm sorry, he's not that good.
Maybe 15 though, Swiper with the good because it's the thing with the competent.
If he was SGA, yeah. If you're an SGA, yes.
He ain't got to be SGA.
It's just
Portland is competent around him.
He's not even Steph. And Steph ain't making.
You don't have to be. Portland is. I hear Portland is competent around him.
I'm simply offering my opinion to your response. That's all I'm doing. Go ahead.
But you're not even listening to the whole statement. You know what I'm saying? You just saying Dame's not 20, but you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about all the other players that they added
that's around him.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not just him, it's exponential. You know what I mean? It's exponential when you got Denny over there too. When you got 3 7-footers that can all move a little
defend
bit.
the rim. They can pass. Don't forget that too. Ox, they can pass. Like they good screen setters. They good.
They got Drew Holiday now.
Oh my God,
bro! Why wouldn't Dame help them win 20 more games? Why couldn't?
I don't think they're getting close
but
to
then I
50
would say,
games.
Swipe was right because now you're no longer just
20 more games is 56 wins. By the way,
you're talking about the team.
You guys are directly saying that Dame is the difference between the 11th seed and the 4th best record in the NBA. That's what you guys.
20.
By the way, that's the league MVP conversations.
Listen,
I'm not agreeing with you.
yes, he would be. But listen, y'all have to understand roster construction, right? It's certain things you can do with a player. It's certain things you can do with a player. Like if you add him to a team who's competent all around, like the players on Portland, they're not ball hogs. It's not like they need the ball to be great. They're better at what they're doing. So if you add a superstar around them, you're going to enlighten that team, and they're going to be a well-oiled machine. And then you add somebody like Dame, who's a superstar. I think Portland is on their way up. I was just having this conversation last night about Portland. Maybe not this year, maybe closer to next year, but they gonna be damn near a contender with this roster. Whether y'all want to agree with it or not, bro, you having a big like that, having Denny Avdia, having a young guard in Shaedon Sharp, having Drew Holiday, bro.
A year older Drew Holiday, by the way.
Because the Rockets just became a top 4 team in the NBA, and they added Fred VanVleet, and they added Dylan Brooks.
I would just caution,
and they had young talent with Amin Thompson. So why can't this Portland team have that same trajectory?
I would just caution in Portland in 2026.
They improved by 11.
When Dame's healthy, Drew's going to be 36. And Dame's going to be 30.
They didn't add Mark. They didn't add Damian Lillard.
I just don't know. I think 20. I think you understand how much
Drew are both going to be 36 years old.
But no,
it's
not matter though. They still good quality players.
No, they're quality players, but he's not going to be
without Dame.
5 and 7.
This team
is
still already going to be. So last year, if they won, what you say, 33, 32?
They won 36. They won
36 last year. Okay, so with this, I think this team already improves itself 5, 6, 7 games. Already.
I think more than that.
So I'm just going off of what I think 5, 6, 7, right? If you do that alone,
5, 6, 7,
if you have Dame with that, I think that's another 5, 6, 7 games.
You said Drew.
Let me find some middle ground.
Yeah, I agree. 5, 6, 7 games. I'm with you.
If the Rockets had Damian Lillard Mars, they probably would have won more than.
Fellas, we only got one mic.
Right. I don't think it's 20 games.
Fellas, right quick. We only got one mic, y'all. I just got word from Backman.
Oh, okay.
Let me try to find
too much going on.
I do think there's a bit of confusion about where each side is coming from, right? So let's find some middle ground. I do agree that Jordan Ox, they're saying that Dame could help them, could contribute to 20 more wins on that team. But wait, because y'all keep bringing up other pieces that would also contribute to the 20-game win boost. So it almost sounds like you're directly correlating the 20 wins to Dame, but then when y'all explain it, it's like, well, they also added Drew Holiday, and then the team naturally gets better by. So y'all aren't saying like it's completely just Dame adding the 20 wins.
Well, right? No, that's not what exactly. That's not what I'm saying. Yes, I said they're a competent team. So if you add a superstar, and I gave the Rockets example for that reason because. Like I was just telling Mars, the Rockets improved by what, 10 games or 12 games? 11 games. They improved by 11 games. And their best offensive asset was their offensive rebounding, damn near. Like, so you replace
Jordan. They don't have
a
Jalen Green over there. They don't have a Şengün over there. They don't. I'm sorry, they don't.
You said they don't have a.
The Rockets don't have a Denny Avdia. The Rockets don't have a Denny Avdia, and they don't have a Damian Lillard. They don't have that.
Amin Thompson and Denny are quite similar.
Denny better than Amin right now.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He is better offensively, but they all similar.
And he's a damn good defender too. Denny's a damn good defender.
All right, so you know what? I expect him to get the number 2 seed in the West this year. That's what I expect him.
That's totally different.
No, that's what he said. That's what Jordan said.
That's not what I said. So don't lie and say that's what I said. That's not what I said. Don't lie and say that's what I said.
Drew Holiday, Fred VanVleet.
That's not what I said.
I know you didn't say that. I said I expect them. Drew Holiday, Fred VanVleet. That's pretty championship point guards, right? Huh? All right.
Can we
come on, Portland? Hey, y'all got all this young talent. Hey, since
Ron, so if Damian Lillard was on the
move?
Rockets, how many more games do they win if you take Jalen Green off and add Damian Lillard?
If you take Jalen Green in that game,
And add Damian Lillard, how many more games do the Rockets win?
You got
small backcourt.
Yeah, you got a small ass backcourt.
That don't matter. It was small this year with Jalen Green.
He a little bit taller.
It don't mean shit. Mars, it don't mean shit.
The players add in the regular season.
All I want to know is if you. Now I want Ron to answer the question. If you added Damian Lillard for Jalen Green, how many more games do the Rockets win?
Not that many. They won 50.
They're probably winning about 5 more games.
Goddamn,
they have a way better chance of beating the Warriors.
Yes,
I don't know.
They have a way better offense.
They have a way better chance of beating the Warriors.
They 100% do. But also
games. Like they already won 52. Like
yeah, Damian Lillard is better than a 20-point score, a 22 points per game score on 17, 18 shots. Damian Lillard is way better than that.
So what you're saying is when they add Dame, you're having where they have to get those wins in the regular season is a bunch of wins where they lost because Jalen Green didn't score enough. So it's like, where are these? I know they playoffs.
They lost a lot because Jalen Green was sitting on a bench. What about the time they got a bench?
Don't get me wrong, they're beating Golden State in the playoffs if they have Dame. I'm just saying, I think we overestimate how many wins a player could add in the regular season because you have to go back to all these losses and find games where that player's production, if you just swap him out, then they just win all these more games. They already won 52 games without Dame. I don't know how many more games they would win in their situation if they had Dame.
You think they're a 60-win team with Damian Lillard on that team,
I think they're about 56.
I think they're about 56. I think they win more games
with Damian Lillard.
I think that's reasonable.
That's reasonable.
The way that the Rockets,
that's reasonable. See, that's reasonable.
I think they win more games.
Yeah, obviously, but I think they're about 56 to 58. But if you go with the way that the Rockets defended last year, right? The way that they defended, the pieces that they have around, I would say, me personally, I would say Portland has more valuable all-around pieces than the Rockets do.
That's not
true. As far as
they don't, Jordan.
That's not true.
They just don't.
That's not true.
I don't think. Yeah, y'all saying it's not true because y'all looking at Portland Trailblazers be trash now. But I really be saying shit, and then when they start the shit, y'all gonna act like I never said this shit. You getting me?
Jordan, you're right about that. You're right about that. But this one not gonna come true.
When the Rockets were 500 last year,
bro.
When the Rockets were 500 last year, I would rather have that team. I think they went like 41 and 41 in 23-24. I would rather have that team and their assets and their young players over current Portland right now.
So you're okay. Let's go through it.
I know it's a little hindsight.
Okay, let's go through it then, Casual. Donovan Clingan, Robert Williams, Denny Avdija.
Well, right now, Şengün, I would rather have Şengün over Clingan. And I'd rather have a man overall.
That's fine.
And Steven Adams.
And I'd rather have a man
Let's
overall.
keep it a buck.
Steven Adams didn't play. Steven Adams didn't play when they went 41 and 41. He didn't play.
He was still on the roster
because he wasn't healthy.
But he didn't play, Marv. He didn't.
Yeah, but he's saying he'd rather have Houston's roster. That's what he's saying. That roster, he'd rather have.
I mean, that's fine. But Robert Williams, Steven Adams, same shit. To be honest with you, but whatever.
I'd rather build.
They all kind of they don't play the same, but they are kind of similar.
Oh, Robert Williams defend the rim way better than Steven Adams.
Now playoff Steve. Now playoff Steve.
No, even playoff Steve.
Robert Williams defend the rim way better than Steven Adams.
No, he do, but I still
way better.
They're similar in the fact that their availability is a question mark, but when they play, you feel the impact.
Nah,
they are similar.
And who do you feel the impact more from?
Robert Williams.
Robert Williams is better than Steven Adams.
What are you talking about?
Robert Williams is better than Steven Adams.
I just want to make sure I was following.
Maybe it's been so long. Maybe I'm just.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Robert Williams is for sure better than Steven Adams. But Steven Adams is great. Steven Adams is great. He's amazing.
He's offensive rebounding. That's what he did.
Offensive rebounding, screen setting, IQ.
He's still a good rim protector too. Like he did a lot of really good things.
He's a really good player. Robert Williams is a better player, but Steven Adams is really good.
I just feel like it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a. And I'm glad that Portland doing this as a younger team because it's not a lot of players. Like when you put that team together with their youth and how they're growing together, it's not a lot of teams in the NBA with this. They're in a really good situation having Toumani Camara, who could probably be the first team All-NBA player next year. Donovan Clingan. Defense. I mean, defense. That's what I'm saying. And then Donovan Clingan could be a first or second guy on defense too. Can you add Drew Holiday to that too? What is he?
I mean,
lock, so we locking shit up. Denny Avdia could be in that conversation too.
Yeah,
so what the hell are we doing?
Don't let Mars lie. He's a good defender.
Denny Avdia is a really good defender.
I said
he's a good defender.
No, he said he could be in the all defensive conversation. That's why I said, but like,
I'm
talking about second and third team. I ain't say first.
Tamani literally made it.
Tamani could damn near be first. Tamani
literally made it last year. So like, he has a chance to elevate for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying Denny, but you got Denny had to take the reins a little bit on offense too. So you add a little Dame to that, then he can strap down a little bit more.
That's 2 years from now, but yeah.
Right, but I'm just saying we talking about with Dame. I'm not talking about next year. But that's all I'm saying. This team with Portland is in a very good situation, and it's not like other teams in the NBA because they built this team based on role players, and now you just gonna see like, bro, we connect a star with this team. Everybody gonna be shocked, and I think y'all really underestimating how good Klingon is. Y'all definitely underestimating how good he is.
I'm not.
Not Mars, but
no, I'm not.
First of all, I was high on him when
I got them making the playoffs next year. What are we doing?
I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that, but I'm saying people is underestimating how good Portland will be in 1 or 2 years.
I think a lot of
really underestimating
Shaden Sharp and Scoot.
I'm not underestimating. You just said 20 wins.
Not so much
like
Scoot
Dame,
though. I don't think Scoot's really gonna,
because they won 30 games.
I need Shaden Sharp to become a more reliable pull-up jump shooter. Then
why can't Portland win 54 games, Casual?
I mean, I'll have to see it.
Yeah, I mean
I just have to see it.
I gotta see it.
I gotta see it. Like, I don't think this team's winning 54 games. I'd have.
Wait, who's winning 54 games?
Portland.
I'm saying when Dame comes back
next season.
Okay,
right?
well, that's my
not next
I mean, but this is a bold. Like, this is assuming that Damian Lillard comes back.
Right, this is going to be an older game.
When Dame comes back, he's 36 off an Achilles.
Is this the best team Dame's ever had in Portland?
No.
Well, all together,
it would be. Yeah.
This
is that bullshit he had with that seller, that trader, CJ McCollum. What do you do with him?
This is the best team.
This is the best team
Portland have had since.
Seller, he outplayed.
I think we kind of forget that Portland.
Who the hell outplayed Dame? Swiper.
He did. In 2019, he outplayed. He did outplay Dame.
CJ did. Sure,
he did.
Portland won a lot of games.
Multiple times.
Casual. If Jordan, you would open your ears up and listen to me. Matter of fact, I've been watching Dame longer than you have. So you hush. Okay.
You probably have.
I've been watching Dame since 2012 in person. We played in the same conference. I want to hear shh.
You didn't play with Dame? Hold on. You didn't play with Dame. You didn't play against Dame.
I went to the game. Guess what?
Like you played against Dame.
Jordan. When football practice was over and the games was happening, he came into the building. You know what I went? I went to go watch Dame.
Yeah, but you didn't go play against him.
Hey, guess what? I stormed the court. So listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm trying to tell you is that Jordan, I think this if you had last year's Dame, even just or healthy Dame with this team, I think this team they could push for. And Chill, you said this. Matter of fact, Chill, I'm not giving Chill no credit for the Portland stuff. You said this, and somebody told you Dame was coming. So this is where he got that from. But if Dame was healthy, I'm with Chill. They might be pushing the playoff roster. I really don't know. They might be pushing the playoff team. But next year, when everybody's there, I think Drew will still be there. That's a really
36-year-old Drew, and he's declining already.
Drew's going to be old, and we are projecting a 6'2" guard coming back off an Achilles at like 36. Like, that's tough. Like,
there's a reason there's a reason why Drew got traded. Partly because of contract, but partly because he was regressing. There's a reason why Drew got traded.
It's tough.
I think it had nothing to do with his regressing. I think it had everything to do with he's too much money, and the new ownership group didn't want to pay that much money. It had nothing to do with him regressing.
Well, Drew is worse than he was a couple years ago, but I do think it's more about money. But yeah,
it was worse than when they won the championship.
Yeah, it's tough. But Portland, I still like Portland's situation. But there are some things that you are banking on that are risky.
All right, fellas. Better late than never. We are going to get into the crunch time chats right now. A couple people have sent through super chats, and they're pretty good super chats. So let's go ahead and get to it. If you are watching right now, this is Friday. We go Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern every single weekday. So make sure to pull up if you got something to do, if you don't got something to do, or if you just feel like listening to some good hoop talk. All right, my man Cowboy Bob sent through a super chat, and he said, Chilltown, you are right about Portland. Today, not before, LOL, but today, They got back Damian Lillard. Portland, the time is now, and it's up to y'all to prove Chilltown right. Cool runnings, Portland. Go New York, go. What are you right about, Chill?
That they was going to make the playoffs, that they're going to be a lot better team than people think that they are, and I think they're going to play their way into the playoffs in the 25-26 season without Damian Lillard.
I'm running a poll right now. Will the Portland Trailblazers make the playoffs? You guys go vote on the poll and like the video.
Yeah, I do know they're in the Western Conference, right?
Yeah, we had this
went through this with
conversation.
Chill. We went through the whole West with Chill last year.
Yeah,
he thinks
but Swipe ain't casual. I don't want to hear that shit when they do.
And who else? What was the other team? Memphis.
It was it was Memphis
Portland,
and Sacramento.
Portland should be,
But then
Sacramento not in it. Sacramento wasn't in it.
It was Memphis. So it was 3 teams that was going to replace Memphis and Sacramento, but it was Dallas, San Antonio, and Portland. And of those 3 teams, one of those teams is going to be out. And
Dallas wasn't in it last year. So, but
Dallas and San Antonio didn't make it last year.
No,
right.
He's saying
and
all
I
3 are
think,
making it.
and I think that they're going to replace Memphis and Sacramento. I think
Sacramento wasn't in it that last year though.
Yeah, Sacramento was.
They weren't in the playoffs. I'm saying no. He's saying playoffs. I'm saying, but who
the play in? That's the point that I was making.
No, but who are the playoff teams?
I think that they're going to. I think that they're going to once again. Sacramento was in the play-in last year. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
And Portland. I mean, I'm sorry. Memphis was in the play-in. Those 2 teams, I think, are out.
But what are the playoff teams?
Let him get to it. He's going through it chronologically. But then he's going to say Dallas and San Antonio. Just let him go through it and then talk. Because
so
get
again,
to this.
So those 2 teams, Memphis and Sacramento, I think they're out. And I think that Portland, I think that San Antonio, I think San Antonio is going to be a lot better. I don't think San Antonio is going to be a playing team. I think they're going to replace one of those other teams in the top 6. I don't know which one yet, but I think they're going to replace one of those other teams. But then you have I'm sorry, not San Antonio. Dallas is going to replace one of those other teams. And then it's San Antonio and Portland are going to replace both Sacramento and Memphis. And I think Portland in a 1-game playoff series, I think that they could play their way into the playoffs.
It's technically going to be 2 because they're going to be the 10th seed.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
With what you said, you have 11 teams. I just want to let you know that.
So that's what I didn't mention. I don't know which team that. Because I think San Antonio is going to be. I'm sorry. I think Dallas is going to replace one of those teams in the top 6. I don't know which one of those teams is going to come out.
We went through this yesterday. It was Thunder, Denver, Rockets, Clippers, Lakers, and then what was the other team?
Timberwolves.
That's 6. So then the other 2
Dallas is going to replace one of those teams.
Then you got the next group with Portland in it will be Golden State, Dallas, San Antonio, Portland. And Memphis. Those would be the 5 teams fighting for the 4th spot.
Real talk. You confident in Golden State?
One of them has to come 11.
Golden State next year.
One of them has to come 11.
If their players are healthy,
hold on,
they're going to win a lot of games.
That's the problem, though, right there. Real talk. That's the problem.
But I'm saying, if they are going to win a lot of games. If Jimmy Butler, Draymond,
we still didn't get a final answer though, y'all. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, who?
Get this answer, and then we got to move on because we are still in the crunch time chat.
I know we are still in the crunch time chat. So, okay, Oklahoma City, Houston, the Lakers, Denver, the Clippers. I don't know exactly. Let's see, that's
Wolves
5.
And the Wolves. You like the
Wolves?
That's 6 teams. One of those teams I think is coming out for Dallas, right?
Okay, so Dallas go into the top 6.
I think Dallas goes into the top 6. So one of these teams now moves into 7, 8, 9, right? Yes. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Probably the Lakers, to be honest with you.
And that's actually what I was thinking. I don't think that they're going to be as good. But now of these teams that was in the play-in last year, so. Let's see, because Golden State was in the play-in tournament last year. Is that correct?
Yeah, they were 7 seed.
That's the other team I think that's out. I don't have
Golden State.
You have Golden State coming 11.
That's the team that I don't. That was the team that I was thinking about. I think Golden State is out.
What if Denver?
So Golden State come 11th, and then Dallas, San Antonio, and Portland will.
So Golden State's not even in the play-in.
That's what he's saying. Yes, there you go.
All right. Cove Fifi Dotard sent through a super chat and said LeBron, Curry, and KD really threw a monkey wrench in the definition of the word prime.
I agree with that.
The greatest primes of all time, bro.
When did Malone make his last All-Star game?
Some of the greatest primes.
03.
Well, that was the Lakers year, wasn't it?
No, 04 was the
before.
Lakers. Let me check. 02.
That was it.
Yeah. You said when did who make his last All-Star game?
Malone. Yeah, he made it in like year. What was that?
Malone had a long prime too.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Malone was not in his prime in 2002. No, he was not.
We made an All-Star, so technically
he made All NBA in 2001.
Malone related.
Yeah.
No.
They aren't.
Is who related?
Karl Malone and Moses Malone.
No, they're
Yes,
not.
they are. We're all related. Back in the
I wouldn't be
motherland.
surprised if they were, but
Are they? Interesting.
Wooly Bobcat
what, Mars?
sent through a super chat and said,
Hopefully
Dame will be
basketball player.
36 coming off a major injury. I think if you were expecting Dame to be the same guy, you are crazy. Simply put, he isn't going to be a factor on anything but Portland's cap space when he comes back.
All right, so this is my thing on this, because we've been saying this shit about everybody that tear their damn Achilles, and every time somebody come back after a torn Achilles, maybe 1 to 2 times, only person maybe different is DeMarcus Cousins, but maybe he just didn't get a chance to do what he needs to do. But we ain't really seen that shit just affect somebody like that too crazy. Like, well, oh shit.
I mean,
what's
the last one?
I'm not talking about Chauncey. I'm talking about, I guess, the most recent. I mean, the first major one that we've seen in this kind of era is what, Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Well, Clay was right after that.
And Clay, yeah, and Clay.
But Clay is definitely
Clay's not the same player.
No, he is
But
not.
that was the torn ACL then.
Yeah, Clay had a combination
Yeah,
of
that's
back-to-back years of just brutal injuries.
I mean, but KD's not the same player.
Clay's healthier than
I mean,
KD
KD got 18 months off. That was before KD. But yeah, KD got 18 months. I think what's being undersold is the fact that KD getting damn near 2 years off definitely, I think, helped.
He was also 5 years younger, too. We can't leave that part out.
And he's also 6'11".
Somebody said John Wall, but John Wall had 2 back-to-back crazy injuries. The same shit. John Wall missed 2 seasons back-to-back. So you can't say John Wall, but sure.
KD can just shoot over people, so it's a little different than Dame.
I mean, I don't think Dame game is predicated on his athleticism anyway, though. I don't think he needs that. Like, Dame is skilled as far as, like, just he's a great shooter. He does
Him
work
getting downhill was for sure off of his first step.
Yeah, but he can still be effective without being as quick.
It's not a question of whether Dame can still be effective or not. I think Dame is still going to be effective off the Achilles. It's whether or not he's going to be Dame. And that's the question.
I don't know if he need to be old Portland Dame, but I think Dame can be still 27 a game. You don't think Dame can be 27?
No, that ship sailed. That ship sailed. That ship sailed.
27?
If he comes back,
bro, and I'm saying 27 because, bro, like they get a lot of possessions in this era now. Like you playing a lot of possession. You get the ball a lot. He could get 27.
Make 27 a game. He won't even get enough shots. Dame won't get enough shots in Portland to even make 27.
Why wouldn't he?
Because Jordan, the roster stacked. You got Shaden Sharp, you got Drew Holiday, you got Denny Avdia.
Why wouldn't Dame get up enough shots? How many shots would Dame get?
You wild as hell right now. I don't know if you know this, Jordan, but Anthony Edwards averages 27 a game. Just so you know.
That's Ant. That's
Anthony Edwards average 27 a game. Okay. And you don't think Ant can average more than 27?
They don't need Dame to average 27. That's not even that's a bad thing. Like Dame.
I agree.
That's just too much.
All right, let's go. Let's go 24 to 27 a game. I don't think that's too much.
Let's keep it 18 to 21.
I was thinking like 16 and 19.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 18.
Let's be
16 to 19. Damian Lillard.
That's still good. He's 36 years old off an Achilles. 16, 18 points on your
bro, why you keep saying 36 years old? Motherfucking Jimmy Butler is like 36.
Hey, average
Jimmy Butler do what the fuck he want to do. Why y'all saying this shit like that matters?
Jimmy Butler just had a down year.
In the NBA, that's 35, 36. It's a lot of them. I don't know why y'all keep saying this shit.
And how much did Jimmy Butler average?
I'm with you on that. I'm not really too much tripping off 36. I'm not.
Bro, it's a lot of motherfuckers in the NBA 35, 36, and we still talking about they one of the best players in the world.
There's only one of them that's 35, 36 who have torn their Achilles.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. He popped his Achilles. Why are we just forgetting that?
Yes, but it's not like he was at the rim every possession. It's not like he was doing that.
I don't think you
it's
have
not
to be
about
for
it
that to
being
affect
at
you.
the. Did you, Jordan? Did you watch the episode of Mind the Game? Because Kevin Durant actually talks about him tearing his Achilles, and he said one thing that was affected was his pull-up three-point shooting, because one of his legs was like now smaller than the other, and it took some time to rebuild that. And now, so if we're saying,
when did it affect him though? When did it affect him? Because when he came back,
you're gonna have to ask him. That's what he said. I don't.
Yeah, you can say shit, but you can say shit, but we can look at it. When did it affect him?
So now he lying. So Kevin Durant's lying about Kevin Durant.
But
he said he had to build the strength back up, and that goes back to the point of KD had 2 years. Dame is not going to have 2 years. He's going to have one. And KD said it took him time to build that strength back up. Dame is not going to have that same amount of time. So that is a reasonable.
Why can't he though? Why can't?
I just told you, KD had 2 years and Dame had 1.
Hold on. Why can't Dame have 18 months? Dame not playing next year.
Dame tours what, May, and it will be October when he comes back. October 2020.
What if he don't play this year?
Yes, that's about 15 months.
About 15 months. Yeah, it's about 15 months. So it's not as much time as KD, but still 15 months. May to October. That's 15 months, right? No, 17 months.
17, yes. Okay, about yeah.
So about a year and a half. KD had about 2 years. But that's being a factor. I also think my issue with the Achilles stuff, I don't think just because you're not an explosive athlete, Achilles don't affect you. I think I would make the argument there's 2 people who I think Achilles will probably affect the most. One, the crazy, ridiculous athletes, the Ja Morants, the Russell Westbrook, John Wall. And 2, the players who already don't have major athletic advantages.
Yeah.
If your athletic advantages are marginal, losing 8% of that can affect you majorly. If you already don't have major advantages athletically, and you take away any of them because now Dame is not going to be as fast, not to mention the fact that he's already one of the worst defenders in the sport. So he gets even worse on defense, which I think is a reasonable assumption. Then you have to factor in just getting your legs back under you, which can take time, whether he's playing through it or not, can take time. Then you factor in the fact that he doesn't have major athleticism that he could have banked on and be like, oh yeah, I'm a really good athlete. So if I lose 20% of my athleticism, I'm still above the rest of the NBA. Dame was in the mid of NBA athletes. He's definitely going to be below that now. That's a reasonable thing to say, not only with age, but a torn Achilles. I think that all of that added in together can be like, yeah, Dame's not going to be as great. That's a reasonable assumption.
Jordan,
hopefully he is, but that's a reasonable assumption.
Jordan, what does Jalen Brunson look like if he snapped his Achilles?
I mean, I don't know.
Not only. If
y'all ask questions like what does Jalen Brunson look like? Like it's totally different. Like players' play styles are totally different.
No,
like it's certain things.
We ain't doing that real talk. We're just talking about him from an athletic.
It's certain things that some players are comfortable.
I know, but even putting words like that.
No, but I'm just saying certain players are comfortable. Like their game is just totally different. Like their game can evolve. Like Jalen Brunson still would be good in the mid range because he's strong. Because
no one's ever saying he's not going to be good.
He would still need.
Hold on, let me get my take off. Fuck, bro. I get tired of like when I say something, y'all just go off of one word of that I said, bro. Just listen.
Hold on, I got you, Jordan.
Bro, all I'm saying is you asked me about Jalen, bro. You don't have to put me on the big screen, Ron, but it just that shit just annoying, bro. You can't finish your point and somebody we didn't say that. Yeah, I didn't fucking say it either, though. So that's just what I'm saying. Get me off the big screen though, Ron. Get me off that shit. Come on, Ron. Get me off that shit. But anyways, my whole thing is this though. If we talking about Jalen Brunson, he's still gonna be strong enough to bump people off of him and get his shot off. Like I don't think he loses his shot. Maybe he loses some. He's a 2-foot finisher anyway, so it's not like he just laying his body around at the rim and just getting crazy contact. It doesn't affect. It might not even affect him. It might not affect him more than affect Dame. I will say that though. So I think that's just because their games are different. Now, to me, what Dame is going to have to adjust his game to, he's going to have to get strong like Jalen Brunson. He's going to start having to bump people in the mid-range and get his shot off a little bit more, which he doesn't really play in the mid-range. Huh?
They're strong as hell.
No, I'm not saying that he's not. I'm not saying he's not strong, but he doesn't really play in the mid-range.
Use more physicality. Is what
yes, to get his shots off. And I think that's something that he will have to adjust to, but I'm not. Like, I don't think he can't. That's why I said, okay, maybe not 27, but let's scale it from 24 to 27, like around. And he don't have to hit the 27 mark, but I wouldn't be surprised if Damian Lillard came back and he averaged 25. And some of us that saying he gonna get 19, then you're gonna be talking about where he is, Damian Lillard, and it's like, all right, now
25 was what he was averaging pre-injury. That was what he was averaging pre-injury. 25. What Mars is trying to say is,
hold on, stop.
Okay.
He was averaging 25 because of what?
I mean, he was playing next to Giannis, but it's not like he's
okay. So why did you bring that up? No, why did you bring that up?
My point is now what Mars is also trying to say, it's not like Dame's going to be bad. It's not like Dame's not going to be good. Dame's going to be solid, but when he comes back, he's going to lose a step. Even KD lost a step, but KD's an outlier because he was a bit younger and he's 6'10". He can just shoot over everyone and doesn't have to rely on this like athleticism or all these dribble moves. The thing with
Dame was going to average 16.
The thing with Dame is when he comes back, he's going to be 36. So it's not like Dame's going to get any better. It's not like Dame's going to get all these new moves. He's going to be Dame, but just a year older and off an Achilles. So he's going to be slightly slower. And it's not like he's not averaging 25 because, yes, he averaged 25 with Giannis, but he comes to Portland. You're going to have all these players like Scoot, all the players that you were hyping
who've gotten
up,
better, by the way, who have gotten better.
A year better. They're going to get shots. They're going to get shots. And we don't know what Dame's role is going to be when he comes back. So who knows?
Jordan, don't look like they're just going to give Dame
I know
the
what
ball.
his role is going to be. I feel like I have a good sense of what his role is going to be.
If Scoot explodes this year,
that's
I don't know. I've
doing.
never been the biggest Scoot Henderson fan. I've never really liked him. Didn't really see a lot from him. But if, let's say, Scoot explodes and takes a leap, they're not going to let Dame come in and ruin that. Now, they're going to play him alongside, but they're not going to like, hey, Dame, you're now going to be the focal point.
Dame will be starting in 2020, 26.
Why would Dame ruin it, though?
I just want to know. Hold on, real quick, Jordan. Hold on. He should be starting. Like I expect him to come and be a starter, unless Scoot just goes but crazy this season. But once again, Dame averaging 27. I just don't see that being good for anybody. Like I don't see that being good for the development that they've showed already. Like that 27, that's gonna take Dame a lot of shots, bro. That's at that point, that's just Dame getting in the way. Like into Casual's point, that would be ridiculous for them to bring him back after they just developed this young team. And hey, Dame, it's Dame time. Like, no. Don't get me wrong. It's still gonna get like that at times where Dame take over in the fourth and he busting somebody ass. Like it's still dollar. It's still dollar, but at the same time, like, bro, Denny's good, Shaden is good. You know, they got some good players over there. So I think it would be an absolute just mismanagement situation. Terrible coaching by Chauncey Billups, and I don't think Chauncey's a terrible coach. So and on top of that, Chauncey gonna have Dame. If Dame don't want to play no D, you know what I'm saying? Chauncey not just gonna leave Dame out there, not you know what I'm saying, not doing nothing. So Dame not coming back to Portland just getting the keys. He's gonna get the keys as far as like a role of a leader, you know what I'm saying, make sure, you know, all of that. But Dame not shooting 16, 17, 18, 19 shots a game consistently, bro. That would just be bad for the squad.
I think Dame Mills gonna shoot at least 16 shots a game for Portland, by the way. But you know, Casual, it's funny that you that's why I cut you off. That's why I asked you that. What did Dame average without Giannis?
A good amount. When we look it up,
no, I want Casual to answer. I want to know what did he average without Giannis?
Well, I don't know exactly in the regular season the exact number, but I know that postseason series where Giannis didn't come through, Dame was like 31 and like 7. It was pretty good.
Okay, so the reason why I brought that up was because you tried to bring up his 25 a game as if he was already regressing.
34 and 10.
But you tried to bring up that as if Dame was regressing last year, which I thought that was a bad point for the reason why you brought it up. So my whole thing is when you saying we already saw him average 25, as if you saw Damian Lillard just forget how to play basketball a certain way.
Because he averaged 30 because he ended up becoming the focal point of that offense.
Exactly.
He ruptured his Achilles, Jordan.
And I don't think, and not only do I think he's going to come back to Portland a year older with off an Achilles, I don't think Portland brought Dame in to be the focal point of their offense.
How many games?
So who do you think is going to be the focal point?
I think the majority. My take on his return to Portland for both sides was just to make amends with the franchise legend. I think that was priority.
You think they gave him $47 million to make amends?
You can check the stats
about
Giannis. 14 million, and just to have him there.
Fellas, we having 3 different conversations right now.
My fault.
But I'm talking. So, Casual, you think they brought Dame back and paid him $47 million to make amends with the franchise?
Was it 47? I thought it was like 41, 42.
42. Okay, $42 million to make amends.
14
that was priority number
one. And Dame chose Portland over all the other teams because he wanted to make amends.
I mean, he chose Portland over all those other teams. Priority number 1 was to rehab closer to his family. That was priority number 1.
He could have not signed with no team though, and just rehab to Portland.
But he also wanted to make amends with
$14 million.
Yes, but regardless, he could have rehabbed in Portland. He could have signed with another team and just.
But he also wanted to make him. You wanted to make him.
You can do that. I don't know why you can't do that. You can do that.
He wanted.
That don't make no sense, bro. Why
he wanted to make amends with the Blazers.
What do he have to make amends with them for?
They left on.
Maybe he wants to. Now we
need to make amends.
Yeah, now we're in Damian Lillard's mental.
This is personal shit. We don't know.
My take is
they love Dame out here.
My take is, and according to some Chris Haynes reporting, My take on top of some Chris Haynes reporting, this is Dame's last team, and Dame wants to retire as a Blazer. That's my take on top of some Chris Haynes reporting. This is Dame's last team. I think he chose Portland not only to be close to live with his kids who will reside in Portland, but to make amends and be Mr. Portland and end on a good note.
He was going to be at regardless whether he went back to Portland.
They didn't end on a good note, though. They didn't end on a good note. It was ugly when they left. It was ugly.
What was ugly about Dame leaving?
The management said they were at a point of no return, and Dame wanted out.
So if Dame would never came back, Dame would never been retired in Portland. He's not going to be a Portland. He wouldn't have been a Portland Hall of Famer. He wouldn't have been none of that.
It would have been weird. It would have got weird.
That's not what he said, Jordan. That's not what he said.
It is what he said. He said coming back to make amends.
He's coming back to make amends or whatever because they had a little ugly spit. Obviously, Dame was going to be celebrated in Portland for being a Trailblazer. It's one of the best Trailblazers, if not the best ever. He's going to get celebrated. That's not what he said. He said they were rekindling their little relationship to end on a good little note when he retires. That's it.
Ugly like the Vince Carter thing got. Like Vince Carter took him forever to get his jersey retired in Toronto, by the way, and that ended ugly. So I'm just saying, like, just because, like, yeah, the fans are still gonna like think you're one of the most iconic players in franchise history. But like, if you make amends, there is zero doubt that as soon as you retire, it's in the rafters. There's no bad blood. There is nothing.
He may be in their front office.
I don't know.
I think this is whatever. I mean, if that's what y'all want to go with, sure.
Fellas, I do want to show you guys something because it's just ironic that Dame is now back on Portland, and it's almost like a full circle type of moment, if you will, because remember when Damian Lillard got traded? A certain guy named Drew Holiday was in that trade. And then Tumani Kamara was in that trade as well. And Robert Williams, he had some first-round picks. Malcolm Brogdon. And now, ironically, all of these guys, well, many of these guys are all back on the same team. Funny how life works, huh?
Strange. Yep.
Yeah.
But looking back at this trade, I think it's clear that we can say that the Bucks are the losers 100%. But
no, we can't say that the Bucks are the losers 100% because if they don't make that deal and they don't buy him out and they don't get Miles Turner, Damian Lillard is sitting out the whole season. They don't have a 5-man and they're way worse. So no, the Bucks aren't losers.
No, but they are losers because they lost Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton because of that.
They lost.
Chill. They got Dame. They had back-to-back first-round exits.
Yeah, they're definitely losers from that.
And they weren't healthy. Sure, that wasn't going on. But this season that just passed, if Damian Lillard is not playing, I want to make sure I'm following you, Ron. Are you saying that trade, the Milwaukee Bucks ended up being the loser all the way around?
of that trade, yes. I think that they got the worst end of the stick out of everything that's going on right now. As of today, right now, Boston got a championship out of it. The Blazers got Damian Lillard back, who they traded for. They got all these assets. They got a 2029 first pick. They got first-round swaps, and they got Drew Holiday back. Tumani Kamara, you guys have a lot of you guys are high on Tumani.
I just don't think that the Bucks were that bad this season, considering, like I said, Damian Lillard sits out the rest of the season. They lose Brook Lopez. They don't get Miles Turner. They would have been worse. 100% would have been worse. The fact that
the Bucks always, for that trade, they're always going to grade out net neutral because part of that trade was just keeping Giannis happy. Like, if you remember during that time, Giannis kind of wanted to shake something up. So if you don't make a move, you potentially have a chance of losing Giannis. So keeping Giannis on your roster, you have to grade out at net neutral.
The Bucks lost the trade for one reason. Because when they got Dame, they had to trade Chris Middleton because he was too expensive, and they got Kyle Kuzma. That's why they lost the trade. That's it. Dame indirectly led to Kyle Kuzma being on the Bucks, so they lost the trade. That's it. Everything else is irrelevant.
Swiper, was that a hand with 4 fingers?
No, it's my hand traced.
Oh, it definitely looked like your hand for sure.
Yo, what's good?
Interrupted anymore. So I think that they lost the trade because they originally did this to for Giannis to win another championship and or ring. And then on the other end, they obviously did not do that. Not only were they not healthy, they have botched their salary cap. They have $22 million on the books for the next 5 years. I believe it's the number, Mars. Correct me if I'm wrong. They get Miles Turner. They're basically paying Miles Turner about $50 million a year in totality with the way this deal is kind of slanted out, because you have to add the combination of getting rid of Dame, adding Miles Turner's money into that.
No,
and they still might not,
because I don't get that bread. That bread don't go to me. So no, they're not paying me $50 million.
In a way, they are. I get what you're saying. So
they're paying $50 million to have Miles Turner on the roster.
Okay,
but they aren't paying Miles Turner.
Right. Keep going.
Continue, Mr. Swiper.
Yeah, it's a totality of $50 million for in order to have the aggregate salary of Miles Turner's money, and then releasing Dame Lillard to have money for Miles Turner. And then, as I said, I think their roster is worse. I don't know how much better it is than last year. They at least had Dame last year. Now it's Miles Turner and Giannis, and I think a not good roster. Like everything outside of those two are below average NBA starters. I think Gary Harris is washed more than likely. Kyle Kuzma, KPJ, Gary Trent Jr. Do y'all think they're like average starting point guards, small forwards, shooting guards?
Average at best. Average.
Right. You know what I mean? Like I think they're below average. So I think Giannis has a worse team around him. And I think the Bucks are in a more difficult financial straits as an organization. And Giannis still might leave. So like all of this was to appease Giannis. That's why they did this. And not only did they not win and or get out of the first round, I think now they have more money on their books and the team is worse on the other end. But maybe
look at this. Look at this though. I want y'all to check this out for a second. Right? Just look at this because it's a full circle moment. I told y'all when this happened. No. So Milwaukee lost this trade the day it happened. So now it's crazy. Because now look, Portland got Dame and Drew.
They definitely lost the trade. Yeah, I don't get how you didn't.
You sold Drew a top. I told y'all the clip
and Drew won a championship. Don't forget Drew won a championship too.
The clip said that Giannis sold Drew a top 3 perimeter defender for a top 4 chucker. That's what I said at the time.
Do you have the clip box?
It's somewhere.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that.
I know. I remember. I
vividly remember this. It's somewhere, right?
Mars probably got it in his archive somewhere.
Giannis selling Drew. The game gods are going to punish you for this. Now Milwaukee on the hook for the money that Portland promised Dame. And now Dame back over there for $14 million a year.
Yeah,
still getting paid by Milwaukee.
Milwaukee doesn't make that trade. Are they still a first round exit? Probably
not. But
now y'all don't hear him.
I will die on this hill forever. I like the trade at the time. I like them getting Dame for Drew Holiday. I'll die on this hill forever. And people are revising history because Drew Holiday went from like second-ish, third option, depending on Middleton injuries in Milwaukee, to like fourth, fifth option and a healthy Celtics team and won a championship. We're going to revise history and saying losing Drew Holiday was like this all-time disaster. It didn't make him worse defensively, but at the time, it was the right idea.
Terrible trade.
Get another
terrible. It was a bad trade. It was a bad trade. You lost Middleton and you lost Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday went on to win a championship.
It didn't work, but I'm saying at the time it was.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody in basketball that was like that's in the basketball, like you could see that and say it's not a good trade. Like it just wasn't a good trade.
But why wasn't it a good trade without using hindsight?
Because
at the time, in 22, 23 season,
because you are losing pretty much 2 of your second and third most valuable players on that team.
They didn't know they were going to lose Middleton at the time. You didn't know you were
right. They lost Middleton later on.
It was great.
You lose later on, but I mean, you lost them.
But keep going.
He's saying without hindsight.
At the time.
Yeah, without hindsight, at the time, it was Drew.
By the way, Chris Middleton still played in 23-24 with Dame. So at the time, why was the trade not good? Don't use hindsight.
Had nothing to do with Chris Middleton.
Later.
Okay, cool. But you still gonna take Drew Holiday. You forget what a lot of things that Drew Holiday does. We've seen this happen.
I know.
But hold on. Because I'm answering the question. We've seen this happen a lot of times where players think that we could just trade this guy because, oh yeah, he played good defense.
Yes.
But AKA I'm gonna do Swiper, AKA the Nuggets with Bruce Brown. But we seen this. We seen it. This guy, he playing a defense, but he's suspendable. We can get a better basketball player. Then that shit don't work. And then Drew go win a championship.
They couldn't afford to pay Bruce Brown. That's why he left.
Okay, cool. But I'm just saying, I just use that as an example. You lost Bruce Brown, and then shit go domino effect. And to spit in your face, Drew go win a championship.
See, yeah, that's my point.
Didn't you just do this with Dame and Jalen Green?
I think we forgot.
Stop it, Ron.
I get how valuable Drew Holiday was for their championship team and how great a defender he was before they traded him. He was one of the best and went on to still be one of the very best perimeter defenders in the game. But the 2 years post-championship, he was a pretty inefficient scorer in the postseason. That was a fact. Okay, and the problem was Middleton dealing with injuries. What?
Sounds like hindsight.
No, that was the 2 years before the trade. That's why they got rid of Drew, because the idea was to get a consistent second option, bona fide score
from
next to Dame.
I thought you meant from the Celtics.
Next to Dame. That was the idea. And Drew in those 2 years, the Celtics and then the Heat series, he was struggling with efficiency in scoring, and Middleton was getting hurt. And they're like, we need this guy next to Giannis to get consistent, reliable 20-plus point per game scoring. And Drew, yes, Drew was valuable, but he looks even more valuable when he's the fourth or fifth best player on the Boston Celtics. He looks even more valuable when he could just play that role. He had a lot bigger role in Milwaukee because not only did he have to play the best perimeter defense, but in series, he had to be the second or third best scorer when he didn't necessarily have to do that in Boston. So in Boston, he looks more valuable, and that's why they won a championship.
Right,
that's why people are revising history and making it seem like they gave up this coveted piece when it's like he had a bigger role.
Okay. So that's that part, right? But see, when I'm talking about it, it's not in hindsight because this is what I was saying at the time. So let's, because you asked that question, so let's get into that. You also just said that his role was so big in Milwaukee, having to be the best perimeter defender. So that was the issue for me, because if that's one of the big roles he has in Milwaukee, but he's not able to do that.
I knew they were
real quick. Hold on, Caswell. Hold on. If he's not able to do that anymore, and so he goes to Boston, where he has to play less because they got Jaylen Brown, they got Derek White, they got Jason Tatum, great defenders, right? So my problem then is not only are you coming off of Drew, but you're coming off of one of your other top three perimeter defenders in Grayson Allen, sending him to the Suns, right? If that's your role over there in Milwaukee, and you're not good enough to do that anymore, being the best perimeter defender, you go trade him for Dame Lillard.
Yeah, but yes,
so you lose two of your best three perimeter defenders, and you replace them with one of the worst star perimeter defenders out there. That was the issue with me, and that's not hindsight.
No, I knew at the time they were definitely going to take a step back defensively, but the idea was like, if we can just get in the playoffs with Dame and Giannis, can we just score? And that was but they didn't end up coming in healthy any of those years.
But how you come up with that? Giannis played 3 games. How you blame that on Drew?
What? I didn't blame that.
Oh, the Heat series. He's talking about the Heat series.
In the playoffs, how you blaming that on Drew? What does that have to do with Drew?
What about the Celtics series too, the year before?
But Giannis be hurt though, and Middleton hurt. How is this?
Giannis was good in the Celtics here.
Okay, but Middleton be hurt, and then you go.
Yeah, Middleton was hurt, but Drew was also bad in that series. So
Drew won them that game with that clutch defense.
Yeah, but I know, I hear you. But please,
I don't get how we blaming all of this on Drew when Giannis played 3 games.
Yeah,
offensively, Middleton was hurt the year before. But we're gonna blame it on Drew. We're gonna scapegoat Drew.
I'm just talking about
because we need to upgrade Drew.
Don't forget though, Jordan, because at the time they were talking about Drew.
One game against the Heat.
At the time they were talking about Drew being bad in the playoffs, this and that. And then I looked at it after that. But you got to remember the playoffs, the last couple of playoffs before that, Dame was coming with straight poor dates himself.
Hey. I remember the 21 playoffs.
21.
Morris, we talked
about it at the
time. And we talked about it at the time. I pulled up the numbers. We went to the numbers on it. Drew had some. Dame had some tour dates go in some of those most recent playoffs. So it was like if Drew's not being an efficient scorer and Dame's out here having some very inefficient games too, and the issue is perimeter defense. How does this trade make sense other than y'all seeing some shiny shit and getting excited? Like,
Dame's last playoff series.
That's it. That's what I say.
The Nuggets was pretty good, and then he ended up proving it when he came against the Nuggets.
No, he wasn't. That was not. You said he's a Dame versus the Nuggets in 2019.
21.
No, 2021.
2021.
Oh, one. Oh, I thought you said 19.
The most recent playoff series.
My bad.
Dame didn't make the playoffs in 2020.
I forget about that series.
I'm talking about the 50-point game.
I said some of his most
forget
recent
about it
seasons.
because he
I didn't say all of them. I said
That was
the
series against Denver in 2019.
That was the
He
injury.
didn't.
CJ McCollum was the guy in 19.
I think when you look at it from like Ox just brought up a great point. Whether you want to say it's hindsight or not, only reason why y'all want to say it was Drew is because you thought you can get Dame. Like, oh, we just like Ox said, it's a shiny object. Oh, it's Dame. But when you sit and think about it and you go off basic logic and basic basketball and what you know about team and roster construction, that's a bad trade. Like, that is a bad trade.
Good trade. The fit with their coaching and all that, because they had the weird thing with Griffin, and then they had Doc Rivers. The fit necessarily didn't pan out. They both scored 25 points per game a season, but the fit of their pick and roll and the duo, it didn't work out as how they wanted it to, like 100%. But I'd still die on that hill that the trade was good at the time. Was it a little panicky? Was it a little like, oh my God, I need to get a second star next to Giannis? Sure. But I still like that trade at the time. It didn't pan out because they walked in the postseason with a Dame injury here and a Giannis injury there. But I would have done the trade again. I would have.
Yeah, I would have called Dame.
They also didn't know that Drew was just going to go to Boston. This wasn't like a 3-team deal where like, oh, we're just going to let Drew talking to the Brad Stevens and just going to send Drew to Boston. They didn't really know. So
you knew he wasn't going to stay in Portland.
I would have called Dame. I would have called Dame, who was a top 10 player in the league at the time, just a shiny object. Like,
yeah, I think Dame was
Damian Lillard.
Third, that's scoring your
shiny object. That's
a shiny object.
When defense is an issue when you're going to get him, yeah, that's what it is.
Now, I do wish during the time, I wish they could have gave up Chris Middleton and kept Drew Holiday, but
fair.
They can do that.
All right, y'all. It's about that time to get into the crunch time chats. Before we do that, just a couple quick announcements because it's the summertime and we plan on having a ball over here at Players Choice. But two things for this weekend. We will be on playback this weekend. Not only will we be watching the championship game of the Summer League on Sunday, but also tomorrow. Ox, who y'all play?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Who you guys play?
Tomorrow?
Yeah,
Summer League, we got the Raptors.
We got the Kings versus the Raptors tomorrow on Summer League or on playback for the Summer League. Y'all pull up to see if Penn's team can win or if Ox's team can win. Should be a good time. Also, this weekend, as if playback wasn't enough, Swiper, you want to tell the people about what this is?
Hey man, yeah, the press box. Can't wait to get to it. You love NFL football. You love fantasy football. We're going to talk about every division, every team, every single Sunday, every single Wednesday. Help you set your lineups on Wednesday before the Thursday morning waiver wire, making sure you're getting all the advantages that you need to win your 10, 12-man league, half PPR, full PPR, getting straight into it. And then every single Sunday, we're going to go through the NFL slate, talk about matchups, who to watch, who to look out for, injuries, updates, anything that you need. This is going to be your premium place to get NFL football. Shout out to the press box, J-Rob, Bama, myself. Get straight into it, y'all. This is going to be one of the best shows on the internet. Tap into it.
Hey, Swiper, I just want to say something because you get on Chill and Ox, but you ain't going to say nothing about Big Bama leading the charge. He in the front, big dog.
I'm good with that.
Big Bama in the front while y'all in the back. Hey,
I'm new to this.
My boy Bama. So in the front, we know what hat that is. But hey, man, my boy Bama got his jury on with y'all boys in the back.
Well,
hey,
to be fair, it's also similar to the way we had this lined up. It was more based on height than anything else. You know what I mean? It's more about
Mars, the point guard. Mars PG1.
You got to go out from smallest to tallest. So I think that's the way.
The same height, damn near.
Who?
The same height, damn near. I mean, shit. The same
shit. Shout out once again. Shout out Swiper. Shout out Bama, and shout out Dion from Ohio on this graphic. This Sunday, July 20th, we will get it cracking on the press box. Y'all pull up and be there because I promise you I'll be there on time. And last but not least, next Thursday, And the rest of the Thursdays, leading all the way up until the start of the NBA season, we'll be doing this little thing on Playback called Throwback Thursdays, where we will go and watch an old school game, and we'll just get down to the bottom of some things. Whether these old players were really that good, whether we are in fact done with the 90s, whether the hoops was what it was, and whether there is a narrative that needs to be settled. We're going to figure it out. Throwback Thursdays. You guys be sure to pull up on the 24th. And if I'm not mistaken, it will be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm not mistaken. 7 p.m. Eastern time next Thursday. We'll see y'all there. In the meantime, y'all, we do got the Crunch Time chats. And also, when we're done with this, fellas, I want to talk Summer League because we have now got to the playoffs. So I want to see how you guys feel about the best teams, the best prospects, all of that good stuff. Before we do
hey,
that,
Ron, are we allowed to talk about Bronny now because he's like the best player on the team, or is that still prohibited?
Well, him and Spencer Jones have identical. Him and Spencer Jones have identical stat lines the last 3 games too. So we can talk about Spencer Jones too.
Shout out to Ron too.
On the press box too. I just want to know, can I be a guest on Sunday? I want to get my Titans take off really bad. I've been itching for like since we drafted Cam Ward.
Yeah, so you can bring the Tennessee Titans. Hawks can bring. I don't know who your team is. Ron's gonna bring the Seattle Seahawks. We're gonna have, I think, chill with the 49ers. Yeah, we'll have a few people up there.
Yeah, I got to get my take off. Well, I'm tuned in every Sunday. I'm a Titans guy, boy. I don't miss a Titans. I ain't missed a Titans game in like 6 years. I ain't capping.
Mars with the Crimson Tide, Alabama legend.
But they ain't in the NFL, Ron.
Well, Mars is Alabama don't got an NFL team, so Mars just
Yes, they do. The Crimson Tide.
Chill.
Basically,
that's not an NFL team.
Basically, Jordan, if you will. Basically. But all right, y'all. These are our top fans from yesterday. No, these are not our top fans from yesterday. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Give me a sec. My bad.
Garbage.
That was the top fans on another website.
Yeah. That's from 2 days ago. My bad, y'all.
The words of my man Ox, weak as hell.
Damn.
Hell, man.
Y'all just gotta bear with me because
weak as hell.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, cool.
Ron, the type of dude that'll throw a dope ass assist and
he just dropped
and then throw the ball right in the stands like 2 plays later. That's wrong.
Hey, I'm getting.
Hold on, real quick, Jordan. Let me just go to a super chat or something.
Oh my god, this fucking terrible.
Hey, Renji 223 says, never forget Rodney Hood was out playing Dame in the playoffs.
Rodney Hood before the Achilles.
Yeah, he was a good player.
He was cooking.
Cavs legend.
Well, I hated Rodney Hood. I don't know if I hated him because he was trash on 2K or what. I don't know. It was something about Rodney Hood I just didn't like. You know, sometimes you can hate a player on 2K and that just throw your mindset off of, in real life about him.
Mars.
Hey, real talk. Smooth Tube 8849 want to know why it looked like earlier. Real talk is always in the 3-point stands waiting on the ball to snap.
You are built like Trey Smith a little bit, so like I can see the
no facts. You do also have a dead caterpillar sitting on top of your lip.
Oh, my mustache?
Yeah, it's
he could have been talking about.
Oh, so wait, real talk. Real talk. We doing mustache off now? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, mine is lined up. I don't know about yours.
But mine is just what it's supposed to be, my bro. It actually extends. It actually some hair and stuff here. We start doing Jonesing. Sign me up. Sign me up. Hey, wait, hold on. Hold on. Hey, Butterbean. You better make sure that if you address me bottom cold. You come with the ready, because I'm always locked.
I'm sorry, my fault, real talk.
How was that ice cream?
You ain't ready for this swipe of problem.
Hold on now.
Real talk, how was that ice cream taco?
Hold it down. Hold on.
Hey, Jordan. Hey, leave that alone, Jordan.
Leave that alone, Jordan. Hold on. Buddhist 8434 said, get ready for the Dame I'm coming home vid.
That was a neutral way of announcing Dame was coming back. Yeah. If Portland would have did it and not Dame, that might have been even more fire. If Portland would have did it,
Dame's first game back in the motor is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. They're gonna be out here tripping. Oh, check him out.
Look at this dude right here.
Just be leaving.
Technical difficulties. Mars, you can relate, right?
W host.
Ron just literally threw Ox a lob and then just threw the ball in the third row. The very next play. The very next play, just threw the ball in the stands. Get Ron off the floor.
He loves
He's killing us. He's killing us.
Plus, I thought Ox could still jump, but I guess not. All right, y'all. These are the top fans from yesterday. At 1, you guys could see it. We got Archburner. This is not really a surprise, and he blew y'all out the water too. It wasn't even close. I shouldn't even shout out nobody else. That's how far ahead he is. But just because Arch is Usain doesn't mean we can't shout out second and third place. Second place was MTH or SMN R&DM. Y'all know who he is. And then third place, we got MTHJ301 who came in third.
Who the hell are these guys?
Shout out Tupac Westside. Shout out Alec Fallon. Shout out DSG Piccolo. He might be first today because of his Blazers. And shout out Heats Inc.
Heat stink. I mean, I think that's what he meant.
Heat sink.
Hold on. Hey, hold on, no, Ron. Look, what you see, Jordan, what you and Swiper not gonna keep doing is disrespect in the chat. All right.
I just want to know
y'all gonna quit throwing little digs and little stuff in the chat. Now, what about yesterday talking about, oh man, Glazers, get your glaze off. You not gonna keep that. You're not gonna keep doing that shit. I'm not gonna keep standing for the chat disrespect. All right.
Wait, hold on.
You know
Jordan,
the chat clears,
didn't you just tell us this is the demographic we serve?
Hold on, brother. You not gonna keep disrespecting the chat. The chat clears. You know they clear. If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's what my granny used to say. Take heed to them words, because I'm not gonna keep reminding you.
All right, cool.
Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hold on. Hold on. First off, Jordan brought up a great story the other day where somebody, one of the children's mothers that he serves, one of the families he serves in his community, was saying his mom was glazing him. So if complimenting somebody is a glaze, then we want to have the best glazers make the list. So hey, if you want to get your glaze off, if you're not in the chat, you're not doing glaze your favorite people. Right now.
We're not going for that. You're not gonna keep disrespecting the chat, Swiper.
I don't think glaze. You like you tell me I glaze because I like the Nuggets. Real talk, glazes the Lakers all the time. And real talk calls Jordan out when he starts glazing the Lakers too.
That's the lie.
I don't be glazing the Lakers.
Jordan's a reverse glazer. He's a reverse glazer. Real talk, a positive glazer.
I'm a realist. Glazer. I'm a realist. And I did want to get on here and say Bronny James did have a hell of a game last night. I will say that. I wasn't mad at him. And I'm glad he was a little bit more aggressive too, especially in that second half. So Bronny. That's what I wanted to see. Like I said, I didn't care. Ron, I didn't care if he would have scored 4 points last night. As long as he got the shots up, I'm cool.
That's their name. Call the list the Trailblazers.
And Kenny Lofton Jr. is an NBA player, by the way.
Yes, he is. 100% he is, Jordan. Yes, he is. The big body that he is, he 100% is an NBA player. Yes.
Hey, shout out all our top 3 Trailblazers from today. And Jordan, right quick, we gonna get into all the summer league. It is the crunch time chats though, so I gotta see what the people gotta say about what
it's Swiper's birthday.
Yeah, that's why I say happy birthday.
Today's the 18th.
Damn, swipe up. Happy birthday, brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We had and by the way, in Mexican or Hispanic culture, last night at the salsa event, the person with a birthday stands in the middle, Jordan, and all the follows, all the ladies, like 20 women will just circle, and then you got to do a whole 2 songs. And you just dance in a circle and all that stuff. You're doing, moves and all that stuff. So man, it's been a great time.
Ice this morning, boy. That seemed like a lot of work. Boy, did you get the ice?
I burned a lot of calories yesterday, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Boy, what shirt you had on for you to go do all that dancing for?
I changed shirts. I brought 2 shirts. I changed them.
They had to throw Swiper a shirt while he was in line. He was changing, boy.
Yep, that's fine.
I mean, that's too much dancing, boy. God damn.
Now people lying in the chat. Somebody's saying you can't dance. One thing I can do.
Yes, he can.
One thing I can do.
Swiper get busy. Swiper cut a rug.
You call that dancing? Ain't no dancing.
Swiper definitely can cut a rug. Yes, sir.
Swiper
he can.
dance like an bro. It's fine.
Merengue, bachata, salsa, hip hop, rap, whatever you want.
Ron and Ox, I'm gonna send you the video of who Swiper dance like. I'm gonna send it to you. And Ron,
don't send it to us. Just post it on Twitter.
You don't want to get Twitter.
I ain't gonna do Swiper, even though he would do me like that. I ain't gonna do Swiper. Like
hold on. I at least give you an outfit that's similar to what you wear. You wore a leather suit.
Swiper.
You wore a leather outfit.
You know what? I ain't even gonna send it. I'm about to just show it. It is what it is. There you go. I'm about to show it. Look, this Swiper.
You ain't never seen me wearing nothing that baggy. All
This Swiper. Look at Swiper. Look, hey, look, Swiper, get off. Look, Swiper. Look, that's him talking to me. Look, this Swiper talking to me. I'm like, man, get your ass back. That's him right there. Look, Swiper, getting off. Look at him. Hold on, he ain't done now. Hold on, Ron, he ain't done. Look, this Swiper getting off. This Swiper getting off right here. Look at him. Look, his soul going right now.
Y'all dudes, wow.
Get the gas. Swiper getting it.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
If you go out with Swiper, you better be prepared for him to do that, boy. I ain't lying, boy.
Hey, Ox, I got a video of somebody else up here dancing too, but we don't got time to get into that. Hey, wait till that video drops. But all right, y'all, it's crunch time chats. MP13 said the reason they are losing is literally Dame. He's hot garbage in the playoffs every time they get out the first round. You can't play like trash and then say the help is the reason why we lose.
W statement. Look at his shooting splits beyond the first round. They're not pretty.
Tour dates. Shout out Dame.
Not pretty.
Could the help be not good enough to draw some more defensive attention, and that's why he's playing bad?
CJ it can be, but I don't think that's some of Dame's struggles are just he's flawed.
What? By the way, Ron, can you give me a distinction? What is big bro age and unk age?
You're unk. You're
yeah,
unk.
you were for sure.
How am I unk?
You unk.
40 and up is unk.
Nah.
How old are you again, Swiper?
35. Just turned 35.
Yeah, you unk. You for sure.
I know you was 35.
How is that unk?
You was like 32.
You for sure unk.
Me, Oxyron or unks.
You really just getting in your prime.
I'm not 35.
Swiper, you really just getting in your prime.
Nah, but yeah, no, you
I'm 10 years
yeah,
away from my
35 trying to deny unk is
boy,
crazy.
10 years away.
45, hey, 45, boy. Ooh.
That boy Swiper say about 45, y'all ain't gonna be able to touch him. He gonna have $40 in his pocket.
Hey, look, that mutual interest
gonna be at 45.
Real talk, that Roth about to be booming.
Hey, that boy Swiper gonna have Cash App on deck. He gonna what you say? Oh yeah, I got 40 for you. That boy, hey, I ain't gonna blame you though.
Oh goodness.
Tupac Westside said, "Happy Friday, y'all. Ease up on Mars, Ron. LOL. Everyone has an off day. Late or not, he's gonna give 100% effort every day."
That's a lie. That's a big lie.
Y'all question Mars' effort when he's on the floor?
You add
up Mars be up here a lot of times.
If you add up the percentage of my effort over the course of a month, you probably still won't get to 110. Probably.
Huh. Maybe I added it all up. Maybe it was cumulative for me, but
for the year,
I thought it was 120 from you, Mars. I don't know. Maybe that was just me.
What is Claire talking about?
Mars put more effort on
Claire
Twitter.
about.
Mars got crazy effort on Twitter. He see every mention.
Cheerio. Masinko.
I exist in the chat. That's it.
Masinko said, "Prime to me is your 6 to 7 best years, and your peak is your top 2 to 3 relative to yourself. You can still be a star or better than most people, but I only compare you to yourself."
Like Chris Webber still averaged 20 and 10. That year he played with Allen Iverson. Chris Webber averaged, I think, 20 and 10 that year he played with Allen Iverson. He was not in his prime anymore.
He was cooked, though. He was terrible.
The next crunch time chat I got is from Hunter TV. Hunter said, "Will post Achilles Dame be better than Denny would be?"
I don't know. It's hard to project. But was Shaq still in his prime in Phoenix? Casual?
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Pretty much like off it. Like bottom mountain, like I still got like my equipment on, but like I'm getting off the mountain.
I'm still on the clock. I'm still on the clock.
I haven't taken the harness.
Yeah.
I haven't taken the harness off.
And all NBA.
Yes,
I haven't taken the harness off, but like I'm at base camp pretty much. But I still got my gear on.
Shaq in Phoenix.
I got my gear on,
Shaq in Phoenix.
but I'm at base camp.
Wasn't in his prime.
I hated Shaq in Phoenix. I ain't gonna lie. I hated him.
Getting busy in Phoenix,
bro. That's when Shaq got the
more
Phoenix.
help that Steve Nash had, right? More help.
When Shaq got the Phoenix,
that's all I can say.
I hated that shit. I hated Shaq in that uniform. I hated the ball looked too damn big for him. Like looked too small for him, bro. I just hated Shaq in Phoenix, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was just done.
Yeah, wasn't the biggest fan of that 09 Suns team. But yeah, if you think Shaq was still in his prime in Phoenix, yeah, we fundamentally disagree on what fact.
Because he showed that your guy couldn't maintain all that offensive brilliance playing with the true post up big.
Yeah, I said that actually. Yeah, you was on the show when I said that. Yeah,
I know. That's why I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
See, I tried to be objective about my glorious King Steve Nash. I think I'm fair.
DSG Piccolo said, "Now chat. That's how you hit a lick on Milwaukee. Fuck they talking about. Giannis, come run it back if you want to. We got the assets."
Imagine.
If Giannis played for Milwaukee,
2 point guards he wants.
Would they be one of the favorites in the NBA?
If Giannis played for Portland,
who would Portland give up to Giannis?
Say Denny,
add him to the team.
Nah, they wouldn't. They don't have enough. I don't think they have enough shooters for Giannis' game.
Wait, Jordan.
Oh my God.
Roster construction. You can't. Giannis is not.
They're gonna win 50-something games with Dame. Giannis go over there. We don't know if they got the shooters.
They don't have. Yes,
what
because
you talking about, Jordan.
Yes, because what we gonna do?
Yo, real talk. You gonna make this about 25 minutes, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It don't need to be 25
What they gonna
Sometimes
do? Yeah, what are they gonna do?
Nah, that is OD though, Jordan.
That ain't OD. Roster construction.
30-second joint, please.
Roster construction.
Damian Lillard adds 20 wins, but oh my God, Giannis is there now. It's like
I didn't say okay. See, look, this shit I be talking about. I didn't say that they wouldn't add 20 wins either. I didn't say that Portland doesn't get way better. Hold on. I didn't say Portland don't get better. I just think with the same roster, I want Dame on that team rather than Giannis. The same roster, I want Dame.
It's not a
they
roster.
They just don't have enough shooting. Like to me, they don't have enough shooting. But
if my GM chooses Dame 36 off an Achilles over Giannis because he believes that's a better roster fit, I would quit that.
Casual. How many games have Giannis played in the playoffs like the last 5 years?
Last 5 years. That's
all right. Let's go 3. Let's go 3. The last 3 years. The last 3 years.
He played 3 in 2023. He played none last year, and he played 5, so 8.
So he played 8 playoff games in 3 years.
Yes. How many Dame played?
The same thing about Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, Dame missed the playoffs, but
Yeah.
Dame missed the playoffs.
And he played 4 games last year.
So did Giannis.
Dame's played 7 in the last 3.
So did Giannis.
Giannis. Giannis the reason why Dame hurt. That's why. Giannis the reason why his ass hurt. Giannis get hurt every damn year too.
All right, y'all. The next super chat I got is from Nim.
Get a damn jump shot. That's what you need to get, a goddamn jump shot.
Nims said, "Love the show, fellas. If you could pick one iconic NBA game from any era to attend in person, which would it be and why? Also, Ron, you suck.
Garbage.
The 100-point game.
Trash.
The 100-point game.
Trash.
Ooh.
Garbage.
Yeah, which one of y'all's names
actually happened?
Yeah, I will be there counting all of Wilt's points.
Recording.
I just want to know, why do y'all? I got a question. Why do y'all think? Why do y'all think that it didn't happen? I just want to know, like what incentive do the NBA have to lie about that?
Zero.
Zero. Why do y'all think it did happen?
Because we've seen Will Chamberlain playing beach volleyball. We've seen Will Chamberlain out and about at the club. I've seen Will Chamberlain in color. But we don't have.
Hey, that shit was AI. That shit was AI.
So you know what? So Jordan, if we're doing that, so Bill Russell pulled down 51 rebounds in the game. That was an NBA record. That ain't on film, so that never happened either. Chamberlain.
Yeah, but no one cares about the single game rebound record.
Bro, 51 rebounds is a lot of damn rebounds.
No, now that you said it, and
by the way, Jordan,
Wilt might have the record of 55.
And by the way, Jordan, it got broken by Chamberlain, who did it against Russell. He pulled down 55 rebounds a game.
But I'm not going back. I'm not going back in time to count rebounds.
Smart. If a man pulled down 55 rebounds, that motherfucker scored 100 points. Bill Russell, not him, because he's offensive
Bill Russell
game.
didn't even scored 40 and he had 51
Bill Russell,
rebounds.
you know how I feel about Bill Russell offensive game.
Yeah, you be hating.
No, I don't be hating.
The point is, I want to go back and watch the 100-point game, and I will count those 100 myself. That's it.
If Wilt pulled down 55 rebounds,
55,
he scored 100 points.
He did it against
Bill Russell. Pulled down 55 rebounds,
and it ain't on
he
tape.
scored 200 points.
And it's not on film that he pulled out 55 rebounds against him. By the way,
yo, fellas. Well, here's the thing. On Throwback Thursday, we finally got the tape for Wilt's 100-point game. So y'all pull up so we can see it.
Well, that's called false advertisement. But
okay, it's not false until it's false.
W-ad.
Hey, but Nims asked for an iconic moment from everybody. Do any of you guys have it, or an iconic game? Do any of you guys?
Yeah, Game 7 of the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors when they fucking cheated us out of 20.
So you would go back and watch that?
Oh, I'd be boy.
You would be in attendance,
man.
Oh,
boy,
yeah,
I counted. They cheated us out of like 20 points worth of foul. So if you take those back, we beat the shit out of them. Be real with you.
Maybe the Game 5 Nuggets Heat, but I went to the next year when the trophies presentation and all that. That was dope. So maybe probably that
ain't
one,
iconic.
like historically. Well, I mean, for me it is. I mean, my city won a championship. Aaron Gordon was walking through the streets like when they won the ring. So that would have been a cool sight to see.
Respect.
Game 7, 2016, I think it's pretty obvious. Game 7,
what game is that? It was in Denver. In Denver, Lakers in Denver. I want to say the 09 season when Kobe hits on the left wing. When
that was that could have been 09.
He hit the pull up over JR. I know that's 09. I just don't know.
Well, 09 was it was a 6-game series, wasn't it? Western Conference Finals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Real talk.
I just don't know which game it was, but that's when we were just. That's back when we used to just dominate Denver. Miss those days.
We never had a superstar.
I'm disappointed in real talk, man. I'm really disappointed in real talk.
Yes, you did. Your superstar just wasn't as good as the other team's superstar.
I know, but I'm talking about Kobe. I'm talking about
Denver never had a superstar.
He wasn't Kobe.
We didn't have a guy that was as good as the other guy.
He wasn't Kobe. I'm saying that Kobe's a generational player.
You glaze Melo way too much.
Oh my goodness,
Melo's not the same caliber player as Kobe, though. I mean, that's very knowledgeable.
We did have a star. We just ain't have one like that.
Yeah,
he wasn't a superstar like those players.
All right, well, there weren't that many superstars in the league, anyways. So
he just wasn't as good as that dude.
Melo was an off-court superstar. I absolutely agree. He was an elite on-court player, but he was not in any stretch or fashion Kobe, Duncan, Dirk, and KG, and whatever else. But that's my dog. Better than Paul Pierce, though. But
oh, you have the best closest thing then.
Y'all, speaking of that, my next super chat is from Bryant Akim. Akim said, saying Kobe does nothing better than Bron is a sign that you don't know ball. That includes you, Chill. What I saw on Twitter yesterday about Kobe, disgraceful. What you doing?
I had
on Twitter
a lot of people mad at me yesterday.
Yeah, I've chosen to sit this conversation out.
Yeah, I had a lot of people mad at me.
Hey, y'all don't think these Kobe conversations are getting weird? Not because we talking about Kobe, because people act like you can't talk about Kobe. I think that shit is lame, and I think that shit is weird. We talking about Kobe,
but here's
we can talk about Kobe.
Okay, here's the problem. We can 100% talk about him, but what we're not going to do is we're not going to talk about him not being awesome. And that's what we're going away from.
That's fine.
We're going away from this guy being awesome. Now the conversation is, he really wasn't that good. He was really inefficient. He was really a turnover man. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay.
Well, why can't you? But even if it's not true or is true, why can't you though? Why can't you though?
Because it's not true.
It's like not worth the conversation.
If we're gonna
why is it not worth the conversation? If somebody say Kobe took a lot of shots, why is it not worth the conversation?
Talk about him. If we're gonna talk
why is it
about
weird?
We can be honest about it. But what we're not gonna do
else.
We do
we do all the time. We do with all kinds of players.
It's weird when it happens to Will.
I don't think it's weird. Just because somebody passed away don't mean you can't critique them as a basketball player.
No, if the critiques are nonsense, it's weird.
You could critique them, but
when
it's turning into something else, which is what it's doing right now.
If the critiques are untrue, it's weird.
Well,
which one? I agree. Some of them are untrue. Some of them are untrue. But I'm saying I'm saying like some of them as far as
I think it's weird. Okay.
I'm thinking some of them.
Some of the stuff I hear some of you guys say about players is weird. I'm sure some of the things that you've heard me say you probably deem as weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Weird is the word I would use. Weird as a different.
I think it's weird to say things that are very blatantly untrue about.
Can we get an example?
I want to hear an example because some of the stuff I don't think is weird. I think it's valuable.
Put somebody on the spot, Mars.
Kobe Bryant was not that good as a defender. That's weird.
No, he didn't. No, I don't think he was a 9-time defender.
Weird in that context for me, it's just not too heavy.
I don't think they were saying he wasn't as good as a defender. I think they were saying
he was not defending during that time. Yes, he was. He might not have been.
We heard Michael Jordan couldn't go left for like 6 months,
and that's weird.
I don't think it's weird. It's just wrong. I think people are.
I think it's weird. I think making up nonsensical statements to criticize players is weird. I think that's weird.
I think it's weird when people cherry pick like criteria for Kobe and say that's why he's not top 10 when like the same thing could be said for like 4 or 5 other players in the top 10. It's like Kobe's the only guy with like 2 finals MVP and an MVP up here. And it's like, okay, that's a little weird. Or Kobe's the only person in the top 10 who was never best player alive. It's like, okay, you can say it about like 3 or 4 people, but you're being a little weird.
I don't think it's weird.
That's
I think
false.
First of all,
it was
false.
clearly
That's
a
false.
4 or 5 year gap.
That's how you
where
believe
any of them years you could strongly argue that Kobe was the best player in the world.
No, you could argue. I don't think it's.
And if we ran a poll during that time, I'm telling you, during that time, Kobe would have gotten
alive at any
a large amount of those votes.
It's weird to only hold Kobe to that standard and not like Duncan or anyone else. There's really only like a few people ever who were like clearly the best player in their era.
Who was the best player in the league from 06 to 08?
To me, I think it's Kobe Bryant, but people could say it's Tim Duncan. Someone could say it's someone else.
In 06, 07,
I don't think
08?
Kobe was like clearly the better player. I think Kobe was the best player. Don't get me wrong. I think Kobe was the best player. You could even go to 2010. Some people might say LeBron. I'm a huge LeBron guy. I can even go to Kobe till 2010. I'm just saying he didn't have like a LeBron Jordan level gap because, you know, when LeBron and Jordan were the best players alive, it was a pretty big gap. Kobe never had that gap. So some people say, well, he was never truly the best player alive. It's like, okay, sure. But like, so wasn't Duncan. Duncan never had
probably
that, like,
also
true...
playing in the most talented era.
Yeah, that gap has only really existed for like 4 people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
I
think it's weird that people hold
honestly.
Kobe to that standard. Like, oh, Kobe never was clearly the best player in the world. It's
no,
like,
I'm with you.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, I guess you can disagree. I don't necessarily think it's weird. I think if that's somebody's criteria. Which people's criteria?
It was Bleacher Report's criteria, and that's what I'm saying. It's weird.
I thought Bleacher Report list was just foolish, but I feel like people's criteria is their criteria to get whatever they want to get off. Like at this point, it's like you're gonna get that off on how you want to get that off. But I do think like it be NBA players like coming to bat because somebody disagreed with something that Kobe did. Bro, y'all gonna leave Kobe out of this? Like, and it's like. Bro, shut up, bro. Because you wasn't on Kobe like that when he was there. And it's like, just shut up, bro. We talking about basketball.
Yeah, well, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson been on Kobe for a minute. But like, I'm with you. There is a subsection of people who are like, you can't say anything to critique Kobe's game because you wouldn't say this if he was alive. I think that's weird.
Yeah.
I also think the other weird, subsection of the fans who, and I'm not going to say it's because he died. I don't know why they started being weird. But there is also the other subsection or group of people who are just saying things about Kobe that are just blatantly untrue to criticize him or move him down the all-time ladder or whatever.
That's corny.
That's also weird. That's just weird. Like, the conversation around Kobe is so far away from reality at this point that I think it's just weird from all angles. I just think it's weird. So
yeah, I mean, I can see that. I just feel like I've been seeing a lot of stuff lately because if somebody bring up Kobe name, it started damn near with Gil. Gil brought up Kobe. And then that shit just turned around into this, bro. Now everybody got to make a video holding the phone, disrespecting Gil. Bro, Gil, you wouldn't do it. And it's like, bro, shut up, bro. Like, anybody can talk about basketball players. We ain't talking about nothing personal. Just talk about basketball. Whether you agree or disagree, or even if it's nonsense, we just talking about basketball.
It's
people's point is
they weird
point.
On both sides. I 100% agree with you. Like the pure hoopers, you know what I'm talking about? Those guys who think like Kobe, since he's the second closest to Jordan, he's like he's like the second best player ever, and they glaze Kobe. It's like the Steven Jackson, and they tell like fake, like exaggerated stories on Kobe's lore. That side of the basketball community is pretty weird, but on the other side, it's also really weird because you got a bunch of these people who just like make up stuff to why Kobe isn't top 10. It's pretty polarizing. There isn't a lot of people in the.
But to them, they're not making it up. Like to them, I don't know if they're making it up. I think that's just like people like when before Kobe died and now Kobe died. Like people when they ask me my top 5, he's not in my top 5. So it's like that's fine though. You know what I mean? Like,
God damn.
Huh?
I meant to find that out in 5 weeks. Here you go ruining it.
I know, but I mean, you didn't even ask me that. You're right, but hold on, Mars. I'm just saying he's not in my top 5, but. I don't like. I feel like if you say that, somebody's like, "What? Kobe not in your top 5?" And it's like, no, bro. Like it's okay. Like he's still.
But I don't. This is what's starting to get on my nerves. Is the fact that we like it's getting to a point because Cheese is saying this dumb shit in the chat too. It's getting to a point where we're acting like only Kobe fans do this, as if we don't know the existence of LeBron fans, as if we don't know the existence of Kevin Durant made that. I made a video about how Kevin Durant made a comment, that little comment about the 22 years of greatness. Some go play baseball, and Ron Parker spent that whole response video shitting on LeBron and defending Jordan to the umpteenth degree. Cheese, were not the softest, because Jokic fans were calling Swiper racial slurs, and Swiper is the biggest Jokic glazer I've ever encountered in my lifetime. He said one honest critique and he got called racial slurs. So no, it's not just Kobe fans. LeBron, to me, honestly, if we're talking about online presence and online combativeness and all of that, LeBron fans are clearly number one, the worst. Clearly.
I would agree with.
If we're talking about online, like on television presence, Jordan fans are the worst. I don't even think
Shit, Caitlin Clark fans is on the way, boy. Shit, Caitlin Clark fans is on the motherfucking way, boy. God damn. I ain't lying, boy. You
tell a LeBron fan he's not the greatest player ever. Boy, do you have a day ahead?
You tell a LeBron fan he's not the greatest player. Everything.
They're
gonna get mad.
Oh my God!
Damn, you say LeBron ain't the best shooter, scorer, playmaker.
I saw that yesterday, Mars. I didn't interact with the tweet because I was like, bro, I don't feel like somebody just sending me some dumb shit. Oh, I never even told y'all what a LeBron fan sent me on Instagram, because I don't even know what I said about LeBron. We got off the panel. I took a nap. I woke up. I get DMs on both of my page, and whoever it is in the chat, it got to be in the chat. And I'm like, hey, Jordan, say one more thing about LeBron, and I got 30s and 40s waiting on you. I'm like, what did I say about LeBron? He's like, come to Jersey. I'm like, first of all, why would I come to Jersey? You got 30s and 40s waiting on me. Why would I? He's like, bring your ass here. I'm like, don't say nothing about LeBron. I'm like, I don't even know what I said about LeBron, but I would agree. And then Caitlin Clark fans got to be second.
They're the worst.
Oh, I forgot
about
that.
Steph Curry fans by far are on Twitter. They're the worst. I mean, not even close for me. I mean, I've years of information of the toxic thing that they've done to people, actual real life people. So no, just
Clark fans are the worst. So.
All right, y'all. Yo, with Vail, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you for pulling up to the panel. We got a Hall of Famer in the building. What's good?
How y'all living, bro?
Cool.
Good, man. Good to see you. You've been up here 15 minutes, bro. I mean, shout out to my dog, man. Good to see you, bro.
No, bro. I be listening, bro.
It's Brooklyn in the house, without a doubt.
Hey, ready? What's good, chill? What up?
Anything that you need to get off your chest, or anything that you need to address
on Fleece Fridays.
Fleece Fridays is crazy. But I'm gonna add to the Kobe convo. The problem is, it's like anybody that has a successful season or a successful run, they are linked to Kobe.
I hate that.
Like anybody.
I hate that.
I don't care who it is, bro. If you have a stretch of time with anybody up here.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. You.
Not this year. That wasn't me.
What do you mean not this year? Jokic is having his 06 Kobe season. What do you do?
Kobe's a great player.
Jokic his 06 Kobe season and get let down. Oh, finally, right.
This was probably like December when this was going on, but I'm saying I never said. But the conversation that actually happened this year was SJ Kobe stuff. I mean, that was one time.
But you're not going to deny your culpability.
But that wasn't even Kobe slander, though. That was just legit. Like, I just think he's having a great year.
Well, that's what Vail said, though. He said they're just getting linked to him.
Vail, he's a historically great player, one of the most popular players of all time. Like, I feel like LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, you're going to get brought up more than anybody else historically. That's just the way it works. Like, LeBron is going to get
the bar.
Well, because I think whatever that
Kobe
line is for most people
Jason
below
Tatum of all-time greats.
I think whatever the bar is below Jordan and LeBron, I think that's where Kobe is. That's why Kobe gets brought up the most when it comes to that. Personally, for me, and he's just the most popular. Like, nobody's comparing him
because of popularity. You're saying?
Yeah, he's the most. He's by far the most popular. Yeah, he's probably by far the most popular retired player that we have.
And it's for guards and wings too, because a lot of that top 10 below Bron and MJ are just a bunch of bigs too. So it's like, next closest guard wing is Kobe.
I'm just sure it's so easy to be a Tim Duncan fan, bro. Like y'all don't gotta go through none of this stuff. I mean, y'all probably get like underrated historically, like on ranking sometimes. I'm sure people don't like that. But like just constant comparison every single like time a great player has a great run. And like obviously, we do that in our culture. Like when a player has a great run, we're gonna line them up to a historically great basketball player. We do that. But it's just that every time it's Kobe. Like I'm just not.
Tim didn't even get motion in the 2000s, though, Bill. Like he had no motion in the 2000s. Nobody talked about Tim Duncan.
But we up here, we know who Tim Duncan is.
We don't care about Tim Duncan up here for real. I'm being honest with you. I don't ever hear Tim Duncan get brought up except for selectively. I mean, but I'm saying, but that's just like he doesn't. There are certain players I think that just don't.
He don't talk a lot. That's why
he didn't have any motion in the 2000s.
I mean, Swiper's right. I mean, if you look at the ratings of the NBA Finals in the 2000s, Duncan's were like the lowest.
Yeah.
So I mean, part of it's San Antonio. A lot of that dude Duncan's exciting.
Well, part of it is that they played the Nets and the Cavs.
Yeah, I know. I know.
The worst series I've ever seen in my life was the
Nets, Pistons, and Cavs as your opponent. Respectfully,
that was horrible.
That's not.
I know, y'all. I was so mad when it was the Pistons and the Spurs.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I was so mad, y'all.
When they played the Lakers in the playoffs.
Respect the Ginobili masterclass, please.
The ratings are pretty high, and that's largely due to the fact that it was Shaq there and Bryant there. No doubt about that. But Duncan has something to do with that too. 100% he did. So.
And I see people in the chat saying like some people don't call Tim Duncan the GOAT, and like I understand that. Like I don't got Kobe as the GOAT or nothing like that. But
so you a hater? Okay.
Yeah, but he's my favorite player. But I'll wear that. But like if Tim's not called the GOAT, but people be having Kobe outside their top 10. That's not the same thing. Like
Chill has him outside the top 10. Is he a hater?
No, I don't think so. But I think Chill got something towards Cole, but I ain't
no way. So why? So if you have Magic outside the top 10, are you a hater?
Who does?
So Magic people, maybe.
Find out in 5 weeks.
To players' hands, you are a hater if you leave their favorite player outside the top 10, basically. I mean,
even though I have no issue with you if you have him in your top 10. Even though I have no issue with you when you have him in your top 10.
Never.
What? I think it's going to happen more and more over time goes on. Honestly, I think
he's still coming in on like fourth.
Yeah, he'll never be outside.
Yeah, but remember, Magic was. I think real talk. I think you can agree with this because Magic played in the '80s. It's the same reason BR had Wilt in the top 10. He played in the '60s. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey,
don't nobody really care.
Ron. What's up? All right, everybody up here. Raise your head right now if you think that Magic Johnson is a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant.
Me?
This is going to be a spoiler alert for the top 10 this we get to, but
my hands
I've changed up my criteria. I had him about.
Now do Larry Bird. Now do Larry Bird.
An awful opinion in my.
Why is that an awful opinion? Real talk. Why is it an awful opinion?
Because at a certain point, there's no way that you watch Magic Johnson. I've been watching Magic Johnson now religiously to make sure I'm not tripping. There's no way when you turn on your television and you watch Magic Johnson and you watch Kobe Bryant, your takeaway is Magic Johnson is a better basketball player.
I can't wait.
It all depends on what you value. It all depends on what you value.
That's where the issue is.
I just don't see it.
It all depends on what you value, though. Real talk.
Yeah, that's the issue right
there. You said what?
It all depends on what you value.
Exactly.
No. It's not depending on what I value.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Because you know Magic only missed the finals 2 times in his career.
I ain't even talking about going deep into the play.
You know Magic only missed the finals 2 times.
You're gonna bring up accolades. I'm not talking about that. I said watching. You talking about?
All right, but that's something different. But that's
the real talk. If I do the same thing,
we're talking about an NBA player, though.
If I do the same thing with Jokic, though, and I say I think Jokic is a better basketball player than maybe everybody except for 6 players I've ever seen in my life. You would think that's crazy.
That's because you don't value defense.
There we go. That's what I'm saying. So but you see how the bar moves with everything, though? Like, based on what you're seeing, you have the perspective. Kobe's one of the best basketball players you've ever seen, better than Magic, better than Bird, better than these other players. I'm saying I hold that same opinion because I think his offensive upside is so great. And on top of that, he's been a neutral defender in a lot of these years. We're talking about these elite seasons, especially in the playoffs. And then you go to the playoffs, you have historic runs, 30, 13, and 10. You go to regular season, you get 30, 13, and 10. And I tell you, he's one of the most efficient score. Because I'm giving him the same thing he's giving me.
I don't
both have perspective.
I don't want to waste no time.
Because we both have perspectives. I think Chill has a perspective about Bill Russell and others that says Bill Russell is a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant. That is a perspective he has, and therefore, based on what he values about the game, he thinks Bill's better than Kobe. But you would say the same thing. If you go watch Bill in the 1960s, you go watch him in the NBA Finals, you would say, well, he's not doing this, and that. How is he a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant? But that's what I'm saying, y'all. It's based on what you actually value about basketball.
Magic Johnson's not a better basketball player. Larry Bird is not a better basketball player.
No, to anybody being objective.
But it's not.
But see, that's the problem, though. Right there. Stop right there.
I am watching these games with a clear mind and a clear view.
You hate watching. You hate watching.
I do think you are hate watching. I do think you are hate watching.
I have a tweet. I said, you know what? Not too long ago, I said, I have a growing appreciation for Magic Johnson the more I watch him. I think Magic is top 10. I'm saying, to me, there's no way you're watching these players at their best and saying that Magic is better. To me, there's just no way. There's so
it's not
many
just
more
better.
things.
It's like
there's so many more
and,
things
like,
on a
legacy
basketball
and stuff.
court that Kobe Bryant could do that Magic Johnson does not do.
It's so many. But that don't, go ahead, Chill. Go ahead, Chill. Get your point off because Chill been waiting to do this.
Real quick, Jordan.
He's been waiting to him.
I think we leave out. I think we leave out our ability to be subjective when we're talking about stuff like this. And me, for example, Mars and I have actually had this conversation about my criteria. Well, in addition to my criteria, I am partial to the big man. That's subjective right there. The fact that I am partial to the big man, which means that if it's between somebody and a big guy that I value more, I'm probably going to go with the big fella. That's it.
Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Nothing wrong with that. As long as your criteria is not like the worst thing in the world, I think Kobe outside the top 10 is nuts. But if you
I got him 7.
If you have your own personal
I got no problem with that, Jordan.
Casual. That same logic applied to Kevin Durant.
You know the whole top 10.
How can Kevin Durant, if we're doing basketball, as a pure basketball player, how is Kevin Durant not a top 5 player? If we're doing pure basketball, everything that goes into playing sport, why is Kevin Durant not a top 5 player?
Let me get to that. My point was, if Chill has Kobe outside the top 10, I like Kobe in my top 10. I think it's nuts to not have him in there. But if Chill has his own criteria and it works for him, that's fine. Bleacher Report, their criteria was nuts and it was extremely nitpicky and it was dumb.
I don't know what the hell.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't even look at their criteria when I seen the list. I'm like, I don't even get it.
I
have to see the criteria.
Real Talk said, I turned on the film. There's no way you could think Magic's better than Kobe. It's not just who's the better player, it's who's the greater player. If you still think Kobe's greater than Magic, I think so, but I can also see someone saying Magic.
Why is Kevin Durant not in the same conversation as a top 5 basketball player then based on everything we're talking about with the way he plays, how effective he's been, and how long he's done it from 2009 being a 30 points per game scorer, 21 years old, to 2025 being a 27 points per game scorer for the last 15 years. Nothing but dominant, nothing but all NBA, nothing but MVP, nothing but elite scoring. He's one of the best scoring
argument of Kevin Durant being in this conversation.
Time out. Hold on. He's a great. Okay, cool. He's a really good dribbler. He does a lot of things on the basketball court. He's a good defender. He's a good rim protector. He does all this stuff. And then when it comes down to how he plays, square up, face up, go get me a bucket. I would bear to say nobody else has done it better than Kevin Durant. So if that's the case, we're doing the same thing about eye test and basketball and skills. How is Kevin Durant not in this conversation with Kobe as the best basketball player ever?
Swipe. I never said this before.
Wait.
I'm talking to casual. I'm talking to casual.
No,
You
he's
can go
not.
next, real talk. You can go next.
No, he's not.
Oh, you're talking to me? Well, according to
I was
my
addressing you because you brought up.
As you were saying, real talk, you had a point.
Okay. When I bring up the Kobe and Magic thing, right? And I'm gonna circle back to your KD point, Swipe. To me, there are a certain amount of players that we all acknowledge, because when we talk about a greatness list, that does, in my opinion, factor in accolades and stuff like that to a certain degree. I'm not saying it's the end all be all, but I do think in a greatest list that does factor in, right? Got it. Now, that to me is kind of where KD is falling a little short in a greatest list. If you are talking about best, then I'm with you. You ain't got to convince me to say KD one of them ones. But here's my problem. Once we do establish that you're in the conversation, you're in that top 10 conversation, right? You have the accolades, you have the statistical profile, you have the championships, you have all of that. At that point, I'm like, damn it, who's better? Once you in that conversation, I'm not.
Kevin Durant's a better basketball player than Bill Russell, than Wilt Chamberlain, than all of these players. No, chill. I'm saying, like, if we're talking just basketball, which is the Kobe argument,
no, it's not.
He's a better basketball player.
It's not chill because I wasn't even done talking. So go on mute and hush.
As you were saying, real talk.
And watch your mouth next time. Don't do that.
As you were saying, real talk.
Don't forget the hush.
Way better than Bill Russell.
So what I'm saying is that
kick you off the stage.
You're in that conversation with the accolades and stuff like that. Now I'm basing it off who is a better basketball player. And to me, again, I'm watching some of these older players because we already acknowledge on a generation to generation basis, the players are in fact getting better as time goes on. That's called evolution.
Sure.
That's the natural progression of things.
So
now I'm not finna be
but
so.
I'm not.
No, you literally can't. But
Jordan can argue a lot of things.
I can argue.
It just a waste of
well, it'll be a losing argument.
As you were saying, real talk. I'm sorry.
So when I also factor that in, I'm looking at it from a skills perspective. There's no way you're telling me Magic Johnson is in a conversation with Kobe Bryant as a skillful basketball player. And Kobe has the accolades. Of course, it's not more than, but he has more than enough accolades and accomplishments to put him in these certain conversations. So that's where people start to lose me because I'm like, bro, I'm looking at Larry Bird. I'm looking at Magic. They're not better than Kobe. They're just not. I'm watching them play. They're not better than him.
Is it just skills, or is it just like how those skills
when you
dominate?
exactly the casual? That's a good question.
How the skills dominate.
That's a good question because to me,
but he dominated.
When we talk
that's
about,
what I'm saying. To your point, you can't just be like skill. It's how the skills dominate.
But I'm saying he's dominant with the.
Because a lot of people are skilled.
Kobe ran the 2000s.
Was Magic not dominating? Was Magic not dominating either?
I started the 2000s with a championship. And I ended the 2000s with a champ. Kobe Bryant ran the 2000s.
Ran the 2000s.
I
don't want to do this.
Hey, the 2000s is Kobe Bryant.
Now it's gonna sound like slander.
Okay, and this is gonna sound like Glaze. And this is gonna sound like Glaze.
It's sound like Glaze, Ron. But then you start that shit, and then I can say that from 1980 to 1989, Bird and Magic.
I'm not saying they weren't. I didn't say they didn't. I did not say they didn't. Damn, just because you talk about somebody doesn't mean you dragging somebody else down. I'm saying Kobe Bryant, when we're talking about dominating, I started the decade with a championship. I ended the decade with a championship. Two different versions of two different championship teams. In between there, I got MVPs. In between there, I scored 81 points and got scoring titles.
Curry,
in there, he didn't start the decade with one, and he didn't end the decade.
He was the best player on the team that won championship.
You can say over a 10-year span, cool. We're talking about a decade. We mentioned the 2000s. Kobe Bryant ran the 2000s. On top of that, Mars just acknowledged the 2000s is possibly one of the most talented decades ever. Tim Duncan, a top 10 player.
2020.
Shaq, a top 10 player. You had Allen Iverson who was cleaning up scoring titles.
LeBron
you had all these guys
in the league. And Harden, and Harden, and Russ, and Kawhi. Steph Curry. I'm doing this because we're doing this. I'm going to do this. Steph Curry won a championship in 14-15.
Come on,
Steph Curry
Hard. Look,
won 3 more titles and won another one in 18-19. And he won 2 MVPs. No, he's doing accolades. He's doing accolades. I'm adding accolades. He won 2 MVPs, went to 5 finals. With the 5, 6.
What about the All NBA first teams?
He went to because Steph,
and the all defensive teams.
He went to
whether you like them or not. Whether you like them or not, I got it.
Regardless of whether you like them or not. Regardless of what we watch,
accolades. Whether you like them or not, those are accolades that.
See, this is my issue. You can't value accolades and then pick and choose the accolades that mean something.
Accolades,
this is my issue.
No, I'm not. I don't agree with the point though.
Very firmly anti-accolade. Me, very firmly have been for 3 years. Very firmly anti-accolades, but you guys cannot tell me the accolade, what you produce matters, blah blah blah. Then this man has the most first team all defenses ever, the second most all defensive teams ever, 15 all NBA teams, the most ever, 2 finals MVPs, league MVP, is top 5 all time in scoring, and you guys are going to tell me, well, I don't think he deserved those accolades. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. I'm sorry. You don't get to tell me these accolades mean something because I agree with them. These accolades don't. You can't do that. Either you take all of them count or they don't count. You don't pick and choose.
Thank you.
Nah, they just had a whole conversation. Man, that's what I'm saying, bro. We moved the conversation all over the place. Go ahead.
But the difference with the accolades is that the accolades aren't the end all be all. There's other things that go into it with that. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue the accolades, right? I'm definitely not going to argue that because I do care about accolades. But the accolades aren't the end all be all. 100%. And I'm not picking and choosing what accolades because again, I'm not going to argue that Kobe Bryant wasn't an elite defender. These all league defensive teams, they matter 100%. I'm not going to argue that he was an all NBA performer. That stuff matters 100%. I'm not going to argue that he won the NBA championship. I'm not going to argue that. All of that stuff matters. But when I'm thinking about the other stuff, when I'm thinking about how you were woven into the unit, like how Bill Russell was woven into the unit, how you dominated the game, like how Chamberlain dominated the game. All of this other stuff comes into context when I'm talking about being the best ever. And if you tell me, Casual, by the way, Casual, if you tell me you think Kobe Bryant is the 7th best player of all time, I'm not like, get the hell out of here. That's some bullshit. No, I don't have a problem with that at all.
That's where I got him at too, ironically.
I don't have a problem with that at all. At all. I'm not one of these people who's going to sit there and tell you, yo, you are ridiculous if you think he's there. No, I don't think that at all. But I'm not just going to sit on the idea that his accolades are the end all be all, and this doesn't matter. No, I'm not doing that.
But then the opposite, but chill, the opposite spectrum, chill, is that on the other side of that, he literally said that there's no way you can watch these other players play, which is what I disagree with. Real talk. All the other stuff, I'm cool. But this point, there's no way you can watch these other players and say they're better at basketball than Kobe Bryant. What I'm saying is that's your opinion. That's based on the stuff that you value. But you telling other people that their opinions about these other players and their level of play, especially relative to the era they were in, is wrong, which is what you did, is the problem. I think that's wrong. And I think the other side of it is wrong and absolutely disregarding all the other stuff that Kobe did.
Come on, that's my opinion.
I'm saying that is, and I'm telling you, and I'm responding to you, that saying to other people who have a different opinion than you and saying they're outright wrong and that your answer is right is wrong. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You're allowed to have another perspective on what you actually bring to the table when it comes to basketball. It's that period.
We are talking about something that is objective. So yes, my
opinion. What's objective? What is objective?
Nothing's objective. Nothing's objective.
This is what I'm saying. When we're talking about all-time lists and stuff like that, all of this is subjective in its general sense anyway. So all I'm going off.
So then why the hell do I get
wait, chill. Because we're going to get back to you in a minute, because again, I know we've pressed you about this 25 times, but based on your criteria, Kobe should be top 10. But anyway, Swipe, the list is subjective in itself. So the only compass that I have is my judgment. So if everybody is coming with opinions, it is right for me to.
But I've never heard you say to other people, and I damn for sure haven't said to other people that if you think another player is better based on these things, your opinion is outright wrong. That's what you said. I'm saying to you, that's too
that's
far.
my opinion.
I know, but that's entirely too far. I'm saying your opinion is one.
You can't tell me my opinion. Well,
no,
no,
real talk. That's the problem. No, real talk. No, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Before we get to the before we get to the jokes and all that, I understand y'all want to laugh. The other side of that equation is none of us have the ability to be 100% correct with what we say. So if I say to chill, if real talk, I say to you, I think Jokic is one of the 10 best players I've ever watched, and you get off the mic and start chomping at the bit when I say that. But guess what? Based on what I've watched and what I feel with all the information, with 5 straight years of top 2 MVP finishes, 3 MVPs, and with a championship, and 30, 10, all this other stuff, I have come to that conclusion. I'm saying to you, real talk, if you believe Kobe's one of the 5 best players ever, you have a real argument to make. Chill, Mars, who trolls, chill, believe Bill Russell's one of the 5 best players ever based on the things that matter. And he has a real argument to do that. I think telling Chill or me that these perspectives are outright wrong, that's what I'm saying is the lie.
See, just on the sense if you just watch Bill Russell and you just watch
tell each other we're wrong up here all the time. I don't get
Swiper.
Deal about that.
But what about, so I mean we talked about Bill Russell, we're talking about Kobe, we talked about Magic, you just brought in Jokic. What about having Scottie Pippen top 10? Is that wrong?
Ron is such a bad host. Jesus.
Awful.
I'm asking a question.
And that's just my opinion, but you're going to tell me I'm wrong. I'm sorry, you're going to tell me I'm wrong. Ron sucks.
And by the way, Ox, this is your man. I just want to make sure we know that this is your man, Ox. I'm boxing this dude when I see him. We box.
All right, fellas. Well, does anybody else have anything on that eloquent conversation we just had?
Bill Russell's the GOAT.
I'm glad I was able to yell a little bit about Kobe. I need to do that.
All right, y'all. Well, we are in the crunch time segment of the show. This is the 3rd hour. If you haven't liked the video yet, I don't know what we're going to do with you, but I hope you're enjoying it. Subscribe and become a member as well. Speaking of members, we have Hall of Famers such as, a certain guy named Vale who just pulled up today. Shout out to Vale. And all the other Hall of Famers like Dorian Clayton, Kingster, Teddy Hart, Trevi, Cheese, the membership king, Arch, the chat MVP, Joe Breezy, Minor, Rob Deere, Worldwide Mace Television, and Multi Kenny. Shout out to them.
Got my man Valley Bell over here.
Started with Vale.
My dog, it's always good to be up here, man. Chat with the fellas, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you for coming through, my dog.
Of course.
Chat did produce Mars and Valley Bell. What's up with that, yo?
Shout out to Chat.
Shout out to
Chat be doing their thing, bro.
My parents produced me, but close enough.
I'm sorry, the chat produced you to hear. How about that, Mars? Is that fair? Okay.
I personally thought you was an offspring of the chat, but
I mean, maybe my parents are in the chat.
Maybe. Renji with a super chat said Curry fans are easily the 2nd worst fan base on NBA Twitter.
I've seen them get people fired, get people doxxed. I mean, I've never seen that from LeBron or Kobe fans. They just yap and complain about everything.
They are.
But Steph Curry fans, they will legitimately target your life. Yes, your life is over. Your family, you cheated on your wife. I'm gonna find out. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the dude yesterday on Twitter at the Coldplay concert said something negative about Steph, and it was a Steph Curry fan that caught him on the video and then ruined his life. I wouldn't be surprised.
So who's the worst fan base?
It's a specific subsection of them. I don't want to generalize because I think I know what group you're talking about. Yeah. No.
Hey, his name is Real Talk. His first real name is Antoine.
Hey, first off, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yo, I'm running a poll right now. Who's the worst fan bases? We got Curry fans, LeBron fans, Kobe fans, and Jordan fans. I may be forgetting a fan base, but those are the 4 you got. Let me know who's the worst out of all of them. Nims Knows Ball said, which NBA player's career, in your opinion, best represents the evolution of the game, and how did their style of play influence future generation of players?
Jordan, more than anybody. Jordan. He was the evolution of the 2 guard and the evolution of the wing player in the game. The athleticism, playing above the rim, the creativity at the rim, playing on both sides of the ball. I think it's Jordan.
Right, and then immediately in like 87, 88, 89, while those other 2 players were running around, he was already the best because he was more skillful than them. But okay. Okay.
You guys got any other players?
It's
revolutionized the game.
At least my generation, it's Steph. For me, my generation, just the evolution of just everyone going to the park and wanting to chuck 3-pointers from 35.
He threw a monkey wrench in the whole shit.
It's Steph.
Steph Curry threw a monkey wrench in this whole shit. Like, how you
shout out KD, bro?
How you practice that?
Yeah, KD was gonna be my answer. KD.
How was it KD though, Ron Mars? I mean, like you can't practice being 6'10". I can't practice that.
KD. If you
KD, Dirk, Bron, I think
in my era, my
generation,
if you're tall and lengthy, you usually play big.
Yeah.
But then in my generation, a lot of tall, lengthy guys started coming out on the perimeter and started dribbling the ball like Kevin Durant and wanting to shoot over people. So Kevin Durant is definitely very influential on like that certain section. People know what I'm talking about. Those certain like longer hoopers who are like 6'7" to like 6'11". They're just like lengthy. They're not buff. They're like skinny, but they got like the same wide hezzy as Kevin Durant. They like to shoot. Yeah. Kevin Durant definitely influenced.
T-Mac, yeah, it is. But I mean, the truth, yeah, I was about to say, it was dudes like T-Mac before that, and then y'all to keep it real, dudes like Lamar Odom, them type of dudes were having a strong influence on that way before KD. Yeah. Not to say KD didn't further influence that, because KD definitely, but it's like, to Chill's point, it's kind of like the same thing with Steph. More with Steph, but you just can't. You can do it, but you can't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like some influences I think are better than others. You know what I mean? Like some of them revolutionize the game and push it forward, and some of it inadvertently hinders the development of actual basketball skill sets. Now it might help with the NBA and ticket sales and dollars and stuff, but it a lot of it is kind of hinders, you know, development of basketball players. When you're out there trying to be Steph Curry, you know, it's not a knock to Steph, but you should probably work on something else. You know,
because you can't do that, and it's okay that you can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we saw that in the NBA. How many times have y'all seen teams actually try to have a shootout with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson?
No,
and just get embarrassed. Like, bro, you're trying to shoot it out with them. You should probably try something else, because that's not gonna happen.
Hunter TV said the Real Talk Magic Johnson saga has been the most entertaining bit this year.
Well, thank you. It's not a bit though. I mean, I truly believe what I'm saying. I mean, he's 10th all time.
Yo, real talk.
Let me write that into the list. Thank you.
Yo, real talk. If we do happen to get a Magic Johnson game on one of these Throwback Thursdays, would you be so crazy?
Yeah, I'll pull up.
Okay, I'll see if we can potentially squeeze one in there. It depends on what games the guys choose, what game the chat chooses, and all of that. Who knows? We might get a Magic Johnson game, and hey, we might be able to get down to the bottom of this whole thing.
I hope not.
We'll just have to see.
Real Talk gonna try to find a terrible Magic game. He gonna be
Real Talk don't get to choose the Magic game.
I don't get to choose the game. And Ox, I've actually been watching some of his best games. That's
no doubt.
You know, I'm not choosing bad games. I'm watching him at his best.
Chill, what game you chose?
The 93 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5.
That's the game you chose?
So Scotty for the masterclass?
Dre Ross 03 said Real Talk's criteria is right. If players are in the same tier as far as accolades, you have to judge the game based off of the eye test. Y'all arguing better versus greater.
So which accolades are we going to though? Let's go ahead.
All of them. But none of the criterias are right. It's not right that the way Real Talk's doing it. It's not right the way I do it. It's not right the way Chill does it. You just agree with Real Talk. That doesn't mean he's right. Both of you guys could be wrong. Yeah, both of you guys could just be wrong together. But
brother, we're right, brother. Don't let Mars right.
Like, if you ask me, I think you guys are wrong for factoring accolades at all. So, like, I think you're wrong, but that doesn't make me right. And if someone agrees with me, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, Mars is right. You guys are wrong. No,
I think that you're wrong, Mars, to take out accolades, because you are now the accolade. And what I mean when I say you're the accolade, you're the voice. Okay, so the accolade is me being the all pro. You are the accolade because you talking about these people. So now your voice is louder than all of these people. So when people start to look at the game, they start to look at the game like you look at the game, because that's your idea of being I believe that you called it, you know, forward thinking and changing the game. Okay, so people now start thinking about overall basketball players, and that's the accolade. you thinking that you're a better basketball player as opposed to just being a first-team All-NBA performer, which is in the books, or first-team All-League defender, which is in the books. So just an idea, Mom.
So are you saying back to the influential super chat? Are you saying I'm influencing how a generation is talking about basketball?
Mars, let's take it a step further than that.
Everyone 12 and younger.
Yes, Mars.
13.
Yes.
Doing it. And Mars, you are at the forefront of that, Mars, 100%.
Mars,
we had a dude up here.
You're the youngest one up here.
We had a dude up here, I forgot the guy's name. We had a guy up here who agreed with you on how basketball should be looked at. And to be honest with you, Mars, you're very much like the diplomats, where you say what a lot of people think. You know what? I really think like that. So it's now okay for me to come out and say it because Mars said it, and people think that Mars's voice is influential. So again, that accolade, which is the first team All-League performer or the first team All-League defender, that accolade is Mars confirming that you're a better basketball player. Just an idea, Mars.
Yeah, Mars, because you're doing what you're doing. It's going to be a bunch of little cheeky, chubby cheek bastards running around with their hoodies on, saying the accolades don't matter.
I'm making the world a worse place. Whoopsie.
I mean, to Ox's point, they can't do it like you. So,
yeah, I think many people.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to imitate Mars, and
many people in the right situation right now. I'm Kobe. I'm playing next to Shaq. There's a bunch of T-Macs out there who just unfortunately didn't have Shaq. I think there's a bunch of T-Macs probably watching the show right now.
Well, shout out to the T-Macs of this world. MP13 said, grown man getting bullied on Twitter into requesting a trade. All right, man.
Remember that you said that, MP13. Remember why Kevin Durant left Golden State. Just remember that.
Because he was getting bullied in the locker room by Draymond, not on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. And people weren't saying anything about that, Ox? You think that was just how you found out about him getting bullied in the locker room?
I don't know.
Exactly. So there we go.
Worth Living said, example, Russ is off the mountain because his value fell off of a cliff. Steph can still be 1 or 2 on a great team.
We understand what we're saying. I just don't agree with comparing primes to not yourself. That's it.
Shout out for the neighborhood. For the neighborhood sent through an empty super chat, but salute to you and appreciate you for sending that through. Immortal Dragon said Magic and Kareem don't take a hit for playing together. Big O didn't win without Kareem, and his triple-double was done by Russell Westbrook, yet routinely people over them, KB.
People put them over.
Mars, I saw you cook Eli on this topic on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm sick of Eli. Respectfully, I'm sick of
Eli. The Eli that I cooked.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, I'm sick of him. Yeah,
shout out Eli.
Who was Eli? I'm sorry. Who was Eli?
Hey, I'm sticking to my guns. Just some buster on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Some buster running around from Twitter space to Twitter space.
Yeah, I'm very sick of him. But yeah, he quoted my other tweet yesterday. So shout out to him.
Yeah. Hey Eli, DM me your address so I can send you a pack of speed sticks.
Or we can send you an invitation to come up here. We can do that too.
He ain't coming up here, but hey, chill, he ain't coming into my house, Musty.
I go a dentist appointment that day.
Mm-hmm. As you were saying, Ron, I'm sorry.
Boom Workouts. Boon's Workouts? Shout out Boom Workouts. Said, do the Milwaukee Bucks have the best front court duo going into next season? Giannis and Miles Turner could get spooky.
No.
Who is the best front?
Hell no.
You guys said no.
I take Jokic and Gordon over that duo.
Yeah, that's better already right there.
I'm looking at Dallas. If AD's at the 4, I like him and Derek Lively.
Yeah, for sure. That one better.
Mobley and
just I think cumulatively it's probably the team makes.
Yeah, but I think you're then arguing that Miles Turner is
no. He's not worse. He's not worse.
Miles Turner's still good, especially in the regular season.
I think that's the team situation. I would say
Derek Lively's better than Miles Turner. Yeah, I think Derek Lively is better than Miles Turner. I said I think so. I don't know if he is.
I'm not very high on Miles Turner.
I think Jared Allen is better.
Yeah, Caswell. I can't tell you for sure if he's better than him.
Is KD and Şengün better? Is KD and Şengün better?
Can we see it first?
I think
I'm gonna say no.
Seen Giannis and Miles Turner?
Şengün, yeah.
You haven't seen Giannis and Miles Turner?
Giannis and Brooke. I mean,
and they kind of the same.
I mean, hey,
we can visualize it. We can visualize
KD and Steve Adams.
Whoa. Wait, chill.
Sir.
Wemby and Luke Cornett?
No.
John Collins and Zubac?
I was gonna say that one, but
is it out of the realm of possibility that Wemby is better than Giannis next year?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I'm not willing
Yes,
to
it is out of the realm of possibility.
Wait a minute.
No, it's
Y'all
not.
dudes just answered that.
No, it ain't.
I'm not willing to go that far. I love women.
No, it is not.
I love women.
Hang on for a second. Wait a minute.
I don't think so.
What do I need to think about?
Okay, what you need to think about is the 7'5" two-guard jump shooter who may have added some post play to his game, who may have added some things to his game that we haven't seen,
for real talk.
who has gotten better defensively. And on top of that, this San Antonio team that may turn into something that some of us think that they can be, that they end up being a top 5 seed in the West, and he's the best defensive player in the game.
I mean, Wemby's
We're
definitely
have
a better
different
defender. He's
conversation
definitely a better
about-
shooter too.
I
We're gonna
don't
have a
think it's
different
out of the realm of
conversation.
possibility that Wemby could be the best player in the world next year. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, that's a big realm. That's a big realm.
I think it's
That's a
possible.
possibility.
I think it's possible that the best defender on the
Yeah.
planet can get good
I don't
enough
think so.
offensively to where he's the best player in the world.
Okay, so
I think that's
I prefer guys who.
Ron, I know we gotta go.
I think there's a difference
It's gonna
between
happen at some
possibility
point,
and probability. I think there's a difference between possibility and probability.
Yes. It's probably not
Probability
gonna
is
happen,
probably low. I'm not saying it's probable.
but is it?
But if you're
could it
telling me,
happen?
is it possible that Wemby is the best player on the planet next year?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
It could happen.
And not the same possible that Jalen Green's better than Kevin Durant next year. Not that same possibility. But like, I think it's within the realm of possibility. But I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
KD though.
Yeah, but the point, Wemby's better than Jalen.
Oh no, I obviously.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not even saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying I think it's possible.
So if
I think
so
that's
real
a
quick,
universe out.
real quick,
It's
Ron,
possible.
So Giannis, so not Giannis. I'm sorry, Wemby. After his rookie season, casual. If I told you this next season, Wemby's going to be the defensive player of the year. He's going to be first team All Pro, and he's playing his way into the top 10 this year. Would you have bought that after his rookie season?
I would buy it, yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, we're
if you
talking
bought
about
that
best
after, so we're talking about after his rookie season being a top 10 player, right? Arguably a top 5 player. Because if you first team All Pro, you in the conversation. With that being said, why is it ridiculous to think that it's possible that after that year of him having that, we could take another jump and he could possibly be the best player?
Because that tier is like you have to work years for that tier. To be honest, to me,
I can get with that.
Wemby could be that, but like it would have to be like when the season's over, and then I have to judge because. To me, to be in that tier, that's Jokic, that's Giannis, that's
San Antonio ends up in the Western Conference Championship in a 7-game dogfight with whomever.
I don't think
Wemby is fantastic.
That's
I promise
I
you,
think
we're going to be talking about Wemby in the best of the world conversation.
Well, chill. That's because chill. If they get to that point, Wemby's going to have to be that good. If they get there, chill, then yeah, that's going to be a conversation.
He's going to show up and be what he was last year.
You're going to like do like a Doctor Strange and look at every single universe possible and do this whole catch-all and be like, there's like a universe over here where that happens. Sure, my thing is like that guy's at the top of the league in best player live conversations. They're late 20s, early 30s. They've been doing this for 5+ years, dominating the game, been to the playoffs, been to the finals. You got to have years to be in that conversation. You know, and Wemby, he's yet to be in the playoffs. He didn't play a full season last year. I think he will. The guy's going to win DPOY like every year if he stays healthy. Yeah. If he makes first team and wins DPOY next year, and he's like, what was he last year? 23? Can someone give me on the points?
24, 11, damn near 4 blocks, 3.8 blocks, 3 assists, and a steal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if Wemby's not top 10 by now, then he definitely will be like by halfway next season. But to be in that top tier, it takes years.
Yo, but casual though.
Years.
And I'm saying like I'm pretty sure I'm assuming we're all projecting a jump from Wemby.
Oh,
I'm saying it's not crazy to say that he comes back this next year. He's been sitting out, he's been lifting, he's gotten stronger. 27 points, 12 rebounds.
You think he's making a 27-point jump?
That's a 3. No, it's not a 27-point jump.
Is he
making
a 3? Yeah, is he making
a
3-point
jump?
It's like a 27. Like he's getting. Sorry, is he getting?
Yeah. So I'm just saying. Like this isn't even a crazy stat. I'm not even going crazy with it for me to say 27, 12, 4.5 blocks.
Also,
a steal and a half.
Like, how much do you think he's going to end up like averaging?
4.5 blocks.
How much? How high do you think Wemby's scoring ceiling is?
What the hell? Almost 5 blocks a game on a Tuesday.
How
blocks almost 5 shots a game on a Tuesday. That ain't including on a day when I got some sleep and I got some food. I swatted 8 or 9 away. or on a night when I was really on top of my game, and that's why the 13 or 14
3.8 blocks last year. My God.
I'm saying he's not far away from those numbers that I just said. And on top of that, keep in mind that Wemby's 21.
After that, though, I'm saying after that, Ron, how much better can he get? Not even talking statistically. It's just kind of like he'll be close. He'll be getting ready to plateau. I mean, what else could he possibly do?
What?
No, that's not a bad thing. What I'm saying is like, how much better could you possibly get?
Hey, how much better did Bron get from 21 to 27?
Wait a minute, Ron. Stay right there. Ron.
True.
Let's say that he was 20. Let's say he was 27, 12, and 4.5 blocks. How much better does he need to get?
Yeah, you don't get better. You just get more refined. Which
that's what I'm saying. Like, how much? If he was doing that, let's say he was doing that for like 12 years. How much better does he need to get?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what else can he do?
But I think it's a legit route to Wemby getting much better. Like
I think you need to put in years.
It's clear holes in Wemby's game that we could say he needs to fix that, or he's just going to get better.
Not only is he going to be the most dominant player ever,
alive, you need to be in that conversation.
He's going to be able to do every single thing. Like he's going to be able to do every single thing on the basketball court.
What's the highest you think Wemby could be ranked at by the end of the season?
Top 5 if he's not already. I'd say top 5.
Okay, so if I go completely out of the realm of possibility, just to prove a point, if Wemby averages 50 points and 8 blocks, he's not the best in the world.
That's not, to me, that's not realm of possibility.
I'm going out of the realm of possibility. Like when people say things like this has to be the thing, like I think it has to hold up to scrutiny, even if the scrutiny isn't.
It's too extreme. No one's averaging 50.
But like you can't say something. But it has to be true in every situation. In my opinion. If you have an opinion,
what if Jalen Green next year? Did the Suns lose the trade? The Rockets lose the trade?
You can't.
I'm not arguing.
We're getting off topic. But you can't. In my opinion, you can't say this has to happen. If this doesn't happen, you can't be in these conversations. And then that has to be applicable to any situation, in my opinion.
I guess, but I don't even include. I hear what you're saying, that they have to stand even the criteria has to stand even the most extreme hypotheticals. But like I don't even entertain those hypotheticals. I try to.
But I think Steph entered the conversations after 2015.
But my criteria is based on what actually happens, and I try to keep it at least somewhat realistic. That would just like never happen. So
did Steph enter those conversations after 2015?
After 2015,
yes, that was his first year at best in the world levels. Was he not in that conversation? Was he not a top 3
I think
player?
he got into that conversation in 16 because that was LeBron.
Oh, so who were the top 3 players in 2015?
Oh, LeBron had a gap, but KD was
LeBron,
KD was hurt, but I agree with you. Like KD was still in the but like in terms of just who's the best players, it was Bron, KD. Was it not Bron, KD, and Steph, or you think it was someone else?
Steph wouldn't have got in there until after the championship.
But to me, Bron had a gap. Like
who was
he
top
had
3 in 15?
Bron, KD, and Steph. Like they were the 3 best players. But based on how they played,
during 15, Steph wasn't in that conversation. It wasn't until the finals.
Curry's argument.
I disagree then. But
Mars, to be fair, Curry's argument was better because he was 26. He had been to multiple playoff runs, multiple All-NBA. Like he's played some full seasons. He's played some playoffs. We've seen him in the stages. We've seen him win some awards prior to the MVP. So it's a little different. It's kind of like Shea.
So then LeBron in year 3 was LeBron in year 3 not in top 5 talks? Was LeBron in year 3 not in top 5 talks?
LeBron in year 3. Oh, that was 2.
That's like 06.
So
was he not in and around those conversations?
You said I didn't say top 5. I said Wemby could be top 5 this year. I'm talking about best player alive. You said
06, Kobe. Okay.
You said best player alive. I didn't say Wemby can't be top 5.
Kareem was the best player on the planet the moment he joined the league.
70s, but I'm just saying top.
That's an actual reality. So, but by your logic, Kareem wasn't the best player in the world from day one. By your logic.
Well, what year did he join?
1970. That was his first season. By your logic, Kareem wasn't in best player in the world conversations his rookie year.
We could be in conversations. I guess it's not out the realm. What do you think? I don't know, but there's just so many players today. Giannis, SGA, Luka, Jokic, who just been doing it for so long that I don't know.
Could Wemby be better than a healthy Joel? Like, let's say Joel comes back healthy.
He can be. Yes, he can be.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not betting on that, by the way, but he can be.
Right. Because I'm saying like the top 5, we will all have Jokic, Giannis, SGA, Luka, and then if Joel is healthy. Right. So by casual's logic, Joel's been doing this for Lord knows how many years. Could Wemby make that leap to be in front of him based off of your criteria?
No. He's not better than healthy Joel Embiid. No.
I agree, he's not, but I think he could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who would be 5 on that? If healthy, Joel is healthy, who would be 5 in that 5? Luka?
Nigga, not Joel.
I'm not willing.
Shay.
It might be SGA. I'm putting SGA. Everybody fully healthy.
I can assure you, it's not Joel.
Yeah, it's not Joel.
Right. I agree with you. I don't think it's Joel either.
Real talk, you think that's crazy?
Like,
fully healthy?
No, I do not.
Everyone in the league healthy. I think Shea is the 5th best player in the league. Yeah.
So could Wemby be better than that?
Wait, who was 4?
Luka?
Probably Luka and Embiid.
I never
Luka,
said
the way Mars he might say Giannis. He might say Giannis.
I never said Wemby can't be top 5. It was the best player alive conversation.
Yeah, but I'm saying because your best player alive thing is like based off of how many years you put in. I'm saying all 5 of them dudes put in years of work. So like, where would he break into 5 if all 5 of those dudes put in work?
Twitter poll.
It would have to be something like Luka.
Who's the 5th best?
It would have to be Luka, JT. One of them.
If everyone was healthy today, then
it's gonna be Embiid though.
He can't be top 5.
Yeah, I'm not running the poll. I'm not here for it.
He's not a top 5 player if everyone's healthy today. It
They're
also
gonna be like, what's Embiid doing?
It also like Wemby to get into that. It would have to be like best case scenario how the season ends. We'll see. It all depends how the season ends, and then we'll come and reevaluate.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right,
see where
fellas.
San Antonio ends.
Mad Max Sports said, "What makes y'all think Dame gonna be good when he gets back? He's a small guard who relies on movement."
I just don't like projecting. I just don't like projecting the demise of people personally. But being as realistic as possible, I wouldn't bet on Dame being his former self post Achilles.
At the worst, he could catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the worst, you know what I'm saying? I think he'll be all right. I don't think he's gonna be the same Dame, but he'll be okay.
Next up, I got a super chat from Charles' YouTube account. Charles said, "Swiper, I told you about the pen stuff already. It's getting old. You crash out and then get mad when he makes comments back. I told you I'm in Waco. Come find me, son."
Oh, you got beef with someone else now?
Come find me.
Did Penn get brought up today? I have no idea. No.
I don't remember.
What that got to do with Waco?
I will not be back in Waco. I will not be back in Waco except for a PhD. I don't expect that happening in the next few years, so I will not be back. So shout out to y'all though.
Nims no.
If you scared, you scared.
I am scared of Waco.
Nims nose ball said, "Fuck it. Give me the top glaze spot. Shout out Swiper. Happy birthday, Unc."
Appreciate it.
Right,
I do feel like I appreciate it, but I do feel like I'm in big bro territory. I feel like Gen Z shouldn't be listened to anymore because I saw what's the player who just got drafted out of Florida? What's his name again, Mark? I keep forgetting.
Walter Clayton.
I saw him say that if you were born past 2000 or 2001.
But Swiper, you are Unc.
I'm not. Big bro. No. Before you all took over the slang, what it used to be is if you were 40 and up, you were Unc. Big bro was in your 30s. Like that's how it was structured. But because you all missed a year and a half of development because of COVID, you've somehow rebuilt that structure. And now
what age
Unc
is Gen Z?
33. No, y'all got Unc in the late 20s. That makes
no
sense.
If you can, Unc should be relative. Unc should be relative. Unc should be relative. If you're old enough to be someone's uncle, then yeah, you're Unc. Sorry.
He was an uncle at birth.
Yeah, but my thing is this:
35 is crazy. I'm sorry.
This is 22, 24-year-old saying that like my nephews and nieces are 7 and 6 and you know what I'm saying, not 18 and 25. Like I'm not you little niggas uncle. Like
why y'all taking offense?
Swiper's old enough to have kids my age. Swiper is Unc. Like
if I was for me, I'm saying for me, irresponsible at my age, which I kind of was.
Swiper's old enough to have kids my age.
No, Swiper. No, Swiper. We all right.
I'm
No.
Yep.
So you start talking about kids.
No.
And now I'm back.
If I was told that
it ain't irresponsible.
No.
It's smart.
I'm not done. You're 21, 22. Bro, I would have been 13. Excuse me.
Allegedly, Martin was like 15.
Sorry, no.
But anyways, no. Swiper, we can't do the irresponsible thing.
At 13 years old, I don't care what you're saying. I really.
13 is irresponsible. I would agree. I would agree with you on that one.
I'll start arguing for no reason.
But I do have a nephew that's 17. So hey, I've been unc for a long time.
I got a nephew older than me, bro. I got a nephew older than me. I got a niece older than me, bro.
Bro, I got a nephew that's 17, brother.
That do happen, like.
They do happen. But speaking of like the young ages,
Do they
like
call you uncle?
I was.
I'll be making them do that.
That's hilarious.
I was watching.
As soon as my nephew try to call me Jordan, I'd be like, "Nah, stop it." Bro.
I was watching Belly last night, and I had to refresh on it, bro. Yeah. Old boy is messing with that little young girl like that.
Man, what a movie, dog.
Real talk. How old are you? Real talk.
28.
28.
Oh, you right behind me. You right
both
behind
y'all, but Jordan,
so you real talk uncle?
Nah, I ain't his uncle. we went to school together. How I'm his uncle?
I'm trying to see what the age gap is.
Wait, our seniors freshmen? Is that uncle now?
It gotta be Swiper. It gotta be.
That's crazy.
Bro, they just be, bro. You know why a lot of, I can't even say Gen Z because I kind of hit the line. But you know why a lot of folks like the younger kids be like, bro, you old. Because bro, they don't live a long time no more. People their age be just dying at like 21, or they don't live too long. So when you get past 21, they get amazed. And I'm like, brother, you gonna be 29 soon. Why y'all think I'm old? You gonna be 29 soon. They be like, no, man, hell no. I'm like, bro, y'all don't live long enough, bro. Everybody around them be dying at 21.
All right, y'all.
That's terrible.
JDC said, I believe Dame is the most overrated player in the last 20 years. Too much ore for being a shot chucker.
How high do people rate
People be tripping, bro?
Real high.
Maybe because he made the top 75, and a lot of people didn't agree with that.
There's not 75 players better than Dame in NBA history. I know that.
That's not what the top 75 was for, though.
I agree, but that's because they did the list stupid. So, shout out to Dave Bing.
Immortal Dragon said, we got to act like there wasn't a talent embargo on the Lakers. Sarah?
Circa, but he forgot to see. Yeah.
Circa 2004 through 2007. Wade said they cheated in acquiring a one-time All-Star, 0 playoff wins in PAL.
Never heard Wade say that.
I've never heard that either. I'm a youngin'. I guess.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't go out my way listening to what every NBA player says.
All right, we got a new YouTube member by the name of Only V. Shout out to Only V. Also, we got a super chat from Nightmare Comics 1. Nightmare Comics said Portland is now a 56-win team with Dame coming off an Achilles. That's the dumbest thing I heard in a long time.
Until it happens. And next you know, they're gonna be talking about, Portland's really good. Y'all get on my nerves with this shit, boy. Y'all be so baffled. And then it happens, and then y'all go about y'all regular day. My question is, how the hell do y'all sleep at night when y'all know y'all was wrong on some shit? Y'all go to sleep good too, boy, and wake up and talk about it like y'all just wasn't on the other train. That's the problem that I'll be having.
Y'all sleep at night.
Like, how do y'all sleep at night knowing you said some shit like, oh, that's dumb. And then when it happens, man, shout out Portland FC. Hey, Portland, look at Portland. And it's like, bro, you need to go.
Damian Lillard never won 50 games, 56 games. I don't think Achilles Dame won 56 games.
Brother. Brian.
What's the most wins Portland's had?
He got 54. 50? I think that was the last year.
Did he not get 50 at one point in
2014? He got 54, and then he got 53 a year with CJ. I think
this is Brian last year.
I think the late 2010s, one of those years they had like low 50s.
He had 50 twice.
53, 2019.
Yeah, there you go.
No, 54, 2014, 51, 2015, 53, 2019.
There you go.
So he on the way. Everything was trending up, down, up. It's on the way. We going back up, Mars.
The West is better now than it was.
And Braun gonna be gone. Should we get that monster Braun out the West? It's over with. Him and Bronny, done. That's a hell of a duo.
MTHJ301 said, switch Dwight for AD in 2009. Do they win it all or do they perform better?
What?
I ain't winning it all.
What version of AD?
They ain't winning shit. You talking
about
the
what did it
Lakers?
say? Switch Dwight for AD
in 09.
In 09.
I don't think that was without Jameer Nelson, especially. They're not winning the championship. But I think they're in the very similar spot. Personally.
2020 AD. We'll see.
They're still losing to the Lakers, but AD would have performed better.
I don't think they were that far away from losing to the Cavs, to be fair. Like,
yeah.
You play that series 10 times, the Cavs might win 5 of them.
I guess he's just saying that AD's better offensively than Dwight, so they would just have a better chance against the Lakers.
I think that's a bit simplistic, but
it wouldn't have been there if KG was healthy anyway.
I think that's what he's trying to say, and that
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
He not legend said 2 of Duncan's rings were outside the 2000s, yet it's his decade. Kobe went to 7 finals in the 2000s, won 5, led in scoring, ... What else y'all need?
Well, technically
one of those
in
was
the
in
next
2010.
Yeah, technically. But I get what you're saying.
And Duncan's 1 ring was in 99, so it was like right there. It was like right there. So
yeah, close enough.
Switz Daniels 782 said, Jordan, if KD comes in this season, wins a chip and a Finals MVP, and is clearly your best player, is he a bigger legend than James in Houston? Jordan ain't up here. Oh well, never mind. Here he goes. Right here.
Shit.
He's not though. He's not though. He's not.
Is he a big hell yeah? Real talk. You're not no Rockets fan. Anytime you pick the Lakers, no, you pick the Lakers, you're not no Rockets fan.
And as much as I don't even rock with James Harden like that, I'm not finna sit here and act like he's not a legend in the city.
I'm not. You know why you finna do that? Because you not really a Rockets fan. You're a Lakers fan first, and then you're a Rockets fan. See,
so James Harden ain't a legend out here in the city.
Oh yeah, he is. But what you don't understand is that shit get trumped. With the way the Houston fans do, that shit get thrown to the wolves if KD come get a championship.
Man, Harden used to be outside.
He's still outside. He ain't no.
I'm saying, but amongst us, I used to bum into James Harden a lot. What are you talking about?
Me too. But this what I'm saying. You gonna bump into KD a lot too. You gonna bump into KD a lot too. We'll see. KD gonna be the new legend. I'm telling you, boy. Houston give up.
Order?
Only thing people respect in Houston is wins. You don't get no legend status. And there's a lot of people that wanted James Harden gone. Can you believe that?
Jordan, I don't know why you be talking like the Rockets got all these championships. They got 2.
Yeah, and they respect Dream.
We still love Tracy. What are you talking about? We still love Tracy.
No, they don't like Tracy like that. Nah, I like Tracy like that.
Y'all just ungrateful then.
We is. Houston got a lot of problems. I'm telling you. That's why Houston, we have a problem. It ain't got nothing to do with what you think it got to do with.
Got it. Nims Knows Ball said, did any of you guys play against NBA players in high school? If not, I think he meant if so, who was the best player you played against? I played against Trae Young, and I got my ass toe up. My name is Nims.
He did not put that. You don't know what happened in that game.
So, Nims,
why
you don't even got to send through a super chat.
Why are you doing that?
Nims, you got the best of Trae Young? You ain't even got to send a super chat. Just send a
regular chat.
He got the best.
Maybe he
did. Trae Young bust your ass, Nims. Watch, he gonna tell us.
What if he was a sophomore and Trae Young was? Or what if he was a senior? Trae Young was a sophomore. Maybe
I ain't gonna lie. I was a senior when Fox may have been he was a sophomore.
Maybe he better than you.
I know. I ain't get the best of him. He just quit. He just stopped playing because we were getting the best of his team.
I'm saying, what if Nims is better than you though?
Trae Young busted his ass wide open.
I can't see that going no other way. I can't see that going no other way. I ain't gonna lie.
Wide open. I'm telling you, and he'll tell you.
I played against high school. We did play Fox in a tournament one time.
And what happened? Real talk.
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, word on the street is your point guard.
Like 5 times.
Fox is a point guard. Real talk. What happened?
I played against Fox I played against Fox 4 times. I played against Kelly Oubre.
Bro, well,
the Harrison twins.
This I played against them when you was sitting on the bench. Wow, dude,
I mean, I played against
them. Why do you think that?
Yeah, I was sitting on the bench, dude.
I Jordan about this already. I know he's sitting on the bench getting water. That's what he was doing.
No. Hold on. I want to hear from everybody though. Wow. Swiper, who you play against in high school?
He didn't play against Damian Lillard in college, though. I can't believe y'all let him get that shit off. I can't believe y'all let him get that shit off. That shit was wild. I mean, I played the same conference as Damian Lillard.
Played against? Is that what you're asking? Or
yeah. In high school, did you play? Was there any NBA?
I mean, best football player played is probably Le'Veon Bell in them.
Okay.
But like basketball, I mean, it probably. I don't know. Maybe I don't. You probably don't know who this is, y'all, because you're kind of outside the high school area. But Sean O'Geary, probably something like that. I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all probably didn't hear about Sean. He went to Wichita State before.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was crazy.
It sounds familiar though. It really do.
No, he was cold. We had some players that went D1, like Matt Bolden. Y'all know who Matt Bolden is.
Yeah, I know Matt Bolden, Gonzaga legend.
You asked me who was better. Sean O'Geary better than Matt Bolden, like in high school. But Matt was just like a bigger 6'5" wing, you know.
But Swiper, we couldn't let you get that shit off. You tried to get off earlier. That was crazy.
I watched him play.
No, that ain't what you said. We played in the same conference.
We did. I'm saying we did.
Casual. Who you play against anybody in high school?
My city did not have any NBA players at the time. I think the closest was like Jared Solinger's nephew. That was about it.
That was it. There's no way I thought you was gonna say that. There's no way. No. I thought you might say Jared Sullinger. I was about to say that's a big deal.
Also, I think it's like harder now to play against NBA players because all those guys go to like prep schools and stuff. Like,
that's
public schools no more. So you can't. It's hard to play against them now.
You can run into them.
You could, but like I'm not on those comp circuits with the NBA players.
Played against obviously played like Drew, Clay, Justin Holiday was on the team too. Played against Justin.
I played against Justin too in high school. Not in high school, but
played against Anthony Randolph came through the St. Louis Classic. Terrence Jones, Ross. Played against a couple people. Played against a lot of NBA players.
Yeah, I got
Jared Cunningham. Played against Jared Cunningham too.
I played against NBA every day in high
school. Luke Babbitt, Ryan Anderson. I played a lot of dudes, man. A lot of dudes.
Yeah, I got Terrence Ross, Isaiah Thomas. You guys obviously know that. Peyton Siva, Tony Roden.
Peyton Siva, that's a name. Did Siva even make the NBA? Did Siva make the NBA?
Hey, real talk. What makes you think I'm standing near the rim when Terrence Ross is coming at the rim?
Ron,
what's up?
At that time, you weren't jumping like Terrence Ross?
Avery Bradley too. Nah, bro. I was actually a late bloomer. I was like during that time. I was a good player, but I wasn't like.
My boy said he a late bloomer, like he ever bloomed. Look at him.
You know what? You know what's so crazy is I'm over here talking about other NBA players. Like I said, I played against an NBA player every day at practice. Hey man, Jonathan Motley does every day in practice.
I mean, for what it's worth, I played in practice with two niggas who should be in the league right now. Right now. But you know, things happen. Shout out to Gonzaga legend.
What age were you when you?
Shout out to Olympiacos legend too. What's up?
When you started, like, took your athletic, like you blossomed athletically. What age were you?
Bro, I should tell you, I really ain't really start like getting crazy athletic until I was like 20
Damn.
For real.
Really?
Yeah. I should tell you, it happened in a year. I went from.
Well, nah, you was already athletic. You was just short. Like you just, you know what I'm saying. You grew like 3 inches. Like,
but I started once I hit 20? That. I start 360.
Damn, Ron, you start growing.
When I met Ron, you was like 6'1", bro. Like, but just long ass arms. And then all of a sudden, boom.
So you did a Dennis Rodman, basically, to what you're saying. Because Dennis grew like what 9 inches in 1 year or something like that.
Yeah. Whoa. He grew it as a grown ass man too.
Nice.
Bro, he went casual. Scottie
Pippen too. Scottie Pippen grew 7 inches.
Casual too. He went to like a facility, bro. I don't know what happened. That stuff that ooze that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle got stuck in. That's exactly what he got stuck in. 9 inches in a year.
But my thing though,
Pippen grew 7. Scottie Pippen grew 7.
In high school though, like we would play against a lot of dudes like just in AAU or like in during the season, whatever, during like our league was kind of sorry, but like during preseason and in playoffs, we would play a lot of big name schools and stuff. but it was mostly like during the summertime or just in training. I used to train with a lot of dudes that are already in the league and playing in college and stuff like that since like the 8th grade. So we used to be around a lot of pros and stuff.
Yeah, but also played Courtney Vandersloot too. And she was better than all them niggas.
Vail, you from New York? I know you played against some dudes,
bro.
Huh?
Shamori Pons, bro.
Oh, I was a Shamori Pons fan. I was a part. He didn't pan out in the NBA like I thought he should,
he did, bro.
He was like that in college,
in high school, bro. We thought he was gonna be the one. Yeah, we thought he was gonna be the one.
Real solid guard. Real solid guard.
He went to St. John's and was killing.
Solid. I was a Shamori Pons fan. I was for sure. I was for sure.
Man, we're gonna look up. Mars gonna grow 6 inches in 1 year. Watch too. Like probably this summer.
He's a grown man. It's over with.
Bro, what y'all talking about? Mars a grown man. Mars just turned 17.
Now, who we used to play against a lot too was Will Cherry, and I used to play for
Will
like
Cherry was cold too.
Oh, that's that kid that was talking trash to Damian Lillard.
Man, that was a crazy clip because Will Cherry and them, they won that game first of all, and Cherry was getting that game. You know what I'm saying? They just show that walk down because Will Cherry, he went to McClymonds, and so that was dope. You know, that was dope for sure. But I used to play against Aaron Gordon's big brother Drew, who passed away a couple years ago. Drew Gordon he ended up going to UCLA. He was dope, but played against him a lot in
power forward too?
He was just center. He was bigger. He was like 6'10" in high school early, and then they went to Archbishop in San Jose. And so they were pretty good, but they had another school named Archbishop Reardon, and there was this dude named Camacho and Rob Jones. Rob Jones' grandfather is Jim Jones, the one that did the the real Jim Jones, the one that did the suicide thing with the whole cult. That was Jim Jones's grandson. Rob Jones went to Reardon, and we used to play them a lot. He ended up going to University of San Diego, I believe, but.
I forgot I played against Carson too. Carson Edwards. I forgot about that.
Carson for real.
Carson a bucket, bro.
Yeah, Carson got his jersey retired. Boy, at Purdue. Carson got his jersey retired.
Shout out Avery Bradley. He on that list too. MP13 said, why are we talking like Dame in Portland is going to even do anything? 27, 37, or whatever. They not doing shit. I agree.
Portland's on the
disagree.
Oh, Ron, it was 2 more players I wanted to shout out when we were talking about the high school stuff, because De'Aaron Fox was not the best high school player I played against. To me, it was, I always give him a shout. JJ Caldwell.
Shout out JJ. De'Aaron was better than him though, but JJ was better than him.
But crazy. Just like he could like control the game without scoring in high school. I had never really like seen that before. Like from
Jordan Hunter was like that too, though. Jordan Hunter in your class too.
Jordan Hunter.
You don't know who Jordan Hunter is? Shit, he was one of the top guards. Jordan Hunter was one of the top guards in high school.
Jordan, do you know? I thought you know who JJ Chandler is.
I do know who that is. Yeah, I do know who that is.
I thought he was going to be.
But Jordan Hunter and JJ Caldwell was kind of on the same level. Jordan Hunter was nice. He ended up going to New Mexico.
Okay.
Like
if I look it up, I'm
who was the other player you wanted to shout out though? Real talk. You said JJ
Chandler.
and
JJ Chandler and JJ Caldwell.
Oh, okay. Shamir Khan said, just curious, who do y'all think was the best player during that Warriors team from 2016 to 2019? Durant or Curry?
Come on, man.
Y'all know whose team it was.
Just pick one.
Draymond.
Draymond.
Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Hey, Casual, what city you from? Where Jared Sullinger's nephew? Huh?
Columbus.
Oh, shit.
Sullinger went to Ohio State.
Yeah, I don't know nobody from Columbus out there.
Columbus weak, bro. Columbus weak, bro.
Nah, they ain't weak because they got some joint. No, they're not weak now. Don't do that now, boy. No.
All right, bro. I mean, yeah, every city's got hoopers.
No.
That's not what he talk about. Not the hoopers.
No, they ain't weak now.
About the hoops.
Goodness.
You talking about OSU or the city?
Feel me?
I'm talking about Columbus.
The city or OSU? Which one?
Nah, the city is mid.
Yeah, OSU got 40,000 prospects. So, like, are you talking about the students? Or We're talking about like
I'm talking about the women. What are y'all talking about? I'm talking about the women. What you saying?
Where are you from, bro?
Hey, I was just in Columbus a couple months ago.
I was Columbus if you're from Houston. No way.
I think he's talking about the school, bro. There's no way he's talking about like.
Well, I'm talking about the. Whoa, we got a cluster of women that came from Columbus here. You know,
I ain't gonna lie, gassing up Columbus women and you live in Houston.
Hey, Columbus, I live in Seattle.
I'm not saying Columbus, but I'm just saying, but we are in. I
Columbus
mean,
mid, bro. Columbus is
to me, we got the most attractive women in the country in Houston.
I got somewhere for you.
We probably got. Yeah, I would agree with that. Probably got some of the fattest too, though. But you know, should happen everywhere.
Hey, man, it's good eating down there. But all right, y'all, we got to keep it pushing. MP13 said teams really have to stop trading players who fit for players who are just more talented. I think Giannis's teams should always be defensive oriented.
That's what I was saying about the Dame and the Drew Holiday trade.
I guess. Nims Knows Ball confirmed it. He said, Trae Young cooked me. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you ain't have to confirm that. I mean, shit, I seen what Trae was doing in high school.
Avery Bradley was locking you up, Brian.
Avery Bradley was locking me. Hey, he had bigger fish to fry than me. He had to deal with Gary Bell, who was, I think he was ranked like 64th in the nation at that moment in time. He had to deal with Gary Bell. And he had to deal with Shaquille McKissick. I was just an afterthought. So
you went to high school with Shaq too, bro?
Yeah, nigga, we were tough.
Oh, I didn't know you went to high school with him too.
Yeah. Ray Lass said, which team wins 08 Celtics or 04 Pistons, replacing Sheed with 2020 Joker?
What the hell?
Wow. Man, wow. We're just going into our biggest bag of imagination right here now, boy.
Especially when Sheed was better than 2020 Joker.
No, he was not. No, he was not.
Come on, bro. I ain't even answering no shit like that.
2020 Jokic's underrated.
Yeah, 04 Sheed.
Alex, one day we gotta get your full list.
How many players better than
Jokic? Yeah,
I can't wait to see Ox's top 10 power forward and center list. I can't wait to see this list.
I think it's gonna be a legit list. Personally, I don't think it's gonna be crazy.
That's why I say what I say about Ox. He played just like his least favorite player ever, Thomas Robinson. Least favorite player.
Thomas Robinson was dope.
He did not like Thomas Robinson. Kings Thomas Robinson. I'm talking about
him. He was still a good basketball player.
In jail right now, though.
From what? For what?
I think he got mixed up with that thing with
the Rico, the NBA Rico.
Yeah, I think
he was
got
in
mixed
there.
in with that.
Shout out Terrence Williams.
I seen a video the other day, boy. They named off all the joints that's in jail. T-Rob in that joint.
Was that their insurance?
No. I think Swipe. I think I could have imitated a little bit of Thomas Robinson back in the day.
I seen Ox. She was more skilled than Thomas.
I was about to say,
you don't know Ox back in the day, though.
I'll go as far to say peak me could get with Terrence, could get with Thomas. I would for real.
I mean, I saw your video. Like you were.
That ain't nothing but just a couple little baskets. Now I was cold, so I feel like that was just a little something. That wasn't shit.
But Ox had that like. What's the player that was like good?
Of course, he was better than me. I'm not even trying to play like that. He was better than me for sure. Not even trying to play like that. But I could have got with Thomas. You know, what
like over one summer, Ox put on like 30 pounds of weight, lost all his bounce, and then he was just kind of like washed out.
Damn, Ox, why you do that?
He just started passing out the high post, like like Sabonis and Draymond, and it was just like, all right.
No, I kept getting hurt though, John. I just couldn't keep up.
When you get hurt and you a little bit heavier, man, that shit trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit garbage. That shit garbage, bro. I ain't recovered. I broke my ankle though. I ain't recovered from that shit since.
Jabroni Master said, Chilltown Hoops, wise and slick, knows the game, breaks it quick. Old school mind, history deep, hoop head knowledge you can't beat.
That motherfucker rapping like one of them old school rappers. That video I see, talking about when them young boys hear the old school rap. That shit rapping like that, boy. That shit was not hidden. The boy came up with a poem.
That shit was all right.
That shit was not it. Chill wasn't even here to hear that bullshit. God damn.
Chill would have liked that too.
Bro, that video is crazy when they say what the Y is here. When you say you 40 and you rap, that video is crazy. That shit is crazy.
Alan L said, Ron just want to argue, laughing my ass off. L host.
I mean, is he lying, Ron? Is he lying, Ron?
Nah, you got it. Shout out FIFA boy. He came and he got my back. He simply just said L Allen L. I fucking agree.
I can't believe bro rap to that shit. That shit was trash.
Nightmare Comics 1 became a YouTube member. Adam West Bandit said Steve Francis FC, Aaron Gordon FC are the best. By the way, everyone's free to join. Steve Francis, the GOAT.
Steve Francis FC.
Steve, man. I ain't gonna lie. We ran into Steve a lot of times in Houston, man. Shit be going bad for Steve in Houston. I ain't gonna lie, man. They be doing Steve bad.
Like what? What be happening?
Or
we can't really talk on it.
It is, man.
Steve look like he going.
Steve be on that yak, bro.
Yes, he look like
some bad shit didn't happen to Steve. I mean, it's public information. If you want to go look it up, you know, Steven Jackson.
I was about to say.
Steven Jackson had some issue with Steve. You know, shit happened.
I seen that in the club.
They be doing bad with Steve, bro. Steve, and I don't get why Steve did, because Steve really is him and Sam Cassell. They really from that bottom, because you know. Stan Jack, that's where they went. They don't even got a basketball team at San Jack no more. That's
they don't. Problem. That's crazy.
Was Steve
San Jack, I grew up right across the street from San Jack.
Steve Francis from Houston?
No, he from Maryland, but he went to San Jacinto Junior College, which is in Houston.
Okay.
It's like Sam Cassell.
We played them. My JUCO played them. We went over there. They had 3 7-footers at a JUCO.
Yeah, I grew up right across the street from San Jack. North Shore High School is right across the street from San Jack. So it's like, damn, Steve, they do Steve bad, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. He ain't no Houston legend. I can't give him that, bro.
Damn, Adam West, he ain't a Houston legend.
Nah, I can't give Steve that shit, man. It's too much bad shit happened to Steve. Him and his brother, man. I don't know what's the word.
All right, y'all. We got to go ahead and get up out of here. But unless, Mars, you want to keep going? All right, we got to get up out of here. But y'all, it has been real. It's been fun. Obviously, it's Friday. We'll be back on Monday. But before Monday comes around, once again, we're going to be on playback tomorrow watching the Kings versus the Raptors. I believe that's at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then the final day of Summer League, the championship, will be up here. That is 10 p.m. Eastern time. Whoever makes it to the championship, obviously, we'll catch y'all on playback. And last but certainly not least, oh, yeah. On Sunday, we got the press box. Y'all better be there on time. So once again, watch Swiper, Bama, and Dion from Ohio. We'll catch y'all soon. Casual, appreciate you for pulling up. Vail, appreciate you for pulling up. Real Talk, appreciate you for pulling up. Ox, shut up. Drench, I'll holler at you soon. We out of here.